We're back, chat, and we are instead going to do Fatal Bullet. So we'll go ahead and we'll jump into Fatal Bullet, continuing the DLC and stuff, so... Yeah, we were on this one, Dissonance and Nexus. So we'll continue where we were here. We were having a good time playing this last time. Yeah, well, apparently we are done with Revelations 2, because I did not know those DLCs were going to be like that. That was not fun. Give me 1 second real quick with Kizuna Clash starting. Let me just we're gonna do the Kizuna Clash stream tomorrow, but let me just knock out like just getting like my tokens or whatever to do the runs, like y'all know what it is. But yeah, we ain't gonna harp on that like negativity. Let's... Main quest is what? Yeah, those ruins. Okay, cool. Trying to like get this done in Treasure Cruise real quick while doing it. White Frontier. I didn't even realize that was what it was called. Yeah, we didn't enter it. We only got to went to the outside of it. So yeah, we'll play Fatal Bullet instead for like at least like 2 hours. I didn't want to start Stray, because like I said, it hasn't been a very good month, and with the infrequency of the streams because of it not being a very good month for me with the crap I got going on. Rather than start Stray right now, I was like, you know what, let's just do Fatal Bullet first, like, fuck it. We had to scrub Revelations 2, that didn't work out, the DLCs, they just weren't for me. So we'll pivoted, and yeah, rather than... Damn, Yuki looked like she's about to blow my fucking head off, you saw that? Yeah, rather than like... go ahead and jump into Stray and start like a new game, I was like, we'll do Fatal Bullet. We'll start Stray on like the following stream probably. After the Kizuna Clash one. Well, we're gonna do Kizuna Clash tomorrow, of course. Let me just finish like spinning these Kizuna potions and stuff like that. Alright, this is the second potion. And then this is the third. That was really loud in my ear, Clarence. Okay. There we go. I did what I need to do for Kizuna Clash right now. Now we can jump into it. So... Oops. Can I open this? We can. There's also stairs here. Well, rather than go the way of the door we just opened, let's see what else is in here first. Yeah, the assets that are in here are way different than anything we've ran into yet. Whoa, ceiling's like funky looking. Okay, so this way can't open, so we have to go the other way first. At least wanted to check, you know. They love high ceilings in these SAO games. I was gonna say, bro, who is shooting at us? Yeah, y'all know me, like, I'm all about, like, you know, just playing games to have fun, like, relax time and stuff like that, and those DLCs, like, they just weren't for me. Oh, shit. I was using the wrong button to try and hit this. There we go. But hey, no big deal. We move. The important thing was the main story of Rev 2 and Raid Mode we did have fun playing. But I'm not a stealth game person. I don't like playing stealth games. If y'all can't tell from how I play fighting games and like playing games like this, I'm a very run and gun, fast. I want like stuff accomplished quickly kind of person. If that makes sense. And if it doesn't, well, at the end of the day, like, I gotta cut myself some slack. I don't owe an explanation to anybody. I know that probably sounds like a funny thing to just say, Chad, but it's because of, like, being autistic and stuff. I have to explain everything, I feel like, all the time. About, like, myself and my thoughts and stuff like that, when at the end of the day, like, I don't owe anybody any kind of explanation. Need to be better about being like myself more, you know. But yeah, I've been working today. God, I think like 6 hours already, maybe 6.5 or something. And the work that I was doing there, it ran out of, and there was some other work available, but it wasn't like exactly what I wanted to do. And I was like, well, sometimes when I come back, like the work I was doing might like refresh, like it might come back and stuff like that. So I was like, let's go ahead and pivot and like stream, because I was planning on, you know, trying to stream today anyway. And I was like, hey, if we start streaming earlier rather than later, you know, maybe be more likely to have a chance to come back after the stream and continue working our regular work. And I just need like a little bit of like a... What games are good for? I needed a little bit of escape. I had a... It hasn't been a good month, yes, but specifically I had something like pretty bad happen to me earlier today that just really bothered me, so... But you know, they say never look a gift horse in the mouth, so trying to put a positive spin on it. I am very happy to be playing Fatal Bullet now with you guys. Like, yeah, that didn't work out in Rev 2, but hey, positive thing is the main game we loved and we had a blast playing it. It's just the DLC wasn't for us. It's just an interesting, like, change that the DLC was a, like, stealth base. Klein, need you to get up, buddy. What's I say? Is it dead? I don't know. I didn't know when he was going to vanish, so I just kept on loading. Oops. But yeah, it all worked out because Fatal Bullet is a very relaxing, fun game for me to play. I really, really, really enjoy like getting in here and like having a blast with like this with the SAO characters. Why did Climb like echo like that? Oh, we have to like get up there and hit that switch. How cool. Oh shit. No, we gotta remember there's like a little gap there. Okay, where's the thingy at? Okay, cool. Now we got that.
Entering the ring!
So yeah, this is even if like that DLC was like the regular game, this is a much more relaxing game in general for me. I have had a blast like jumping into what the hell am I looking at here? Oh, there's a thing right there. Can I like climb up this? Okay, yeah, I can. Interesting. Very, very like funky. Yeah, I've had a blast like jumping in Fatal Bullet and just running and gunning like these badass characters. Like, it's a lot of fun. Oh, hello. I just saw one also spawn behind me, apparently. Got him. I don't know, something about it. These are just very like comfy and peaceful games for me. Hey, Hiroshima, hey, thank you so much for the follow, man. Or like I always say, like I don't want to be offensive or make like any assumptions of anybody. So I hope I didn't offend you when I said like man there. It was just first thing I said. It's like this door has been locked by an administrator. Need data from the observation record. Yeah, we have. That's right. We got observation record like 1 and 3. We missed observation record 2. We'll have to go back for it. Hey, we got emblem earrings F. Cool. So pull out the map real quick. Like, yeah, obviously there's the teleporter right in front of me, but thank you so much, Hiroshima. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. We are currently playing through all 6 SAO Gameverse games in order. First time playing through all of them. And as you can see, playing Fatal Bullet's DLC right now. We are currently on the DLC of the 4th game. So once we beat it, I mentioned earlier in the stream, we'll be going straight into Alicization Lycross. And I do have the deluxe version of Alicization Lycross already. And I also have the deluxe version of Last Recollection. So we actually have all the SOA games secured. I just realized that teleporter was red anyway. We couldn't have triggered it. I wonder if this activated it or nope, still blue. Ooh, I didn't realize there was a fast travel spot right here. I'm glad I saw that. Save us for like later. Got that. Bro, I don't remember you being behind me. Yeah, if you're a fan of the SAO Gameverse games, or if you're here just for Fatal Bullet, maybe you caught the little bit there that we were playing some Resident Evil Revelations 2 before we switched over to Fatal Bullet. But nice wall hacks there, buddy. You mind, buddy? But whatever brings you here, glad to have you here. I play fighting games, just a lot of Japanese developed games in general, specifically like JRPGs I love. JRPGs, fighting games, bunch of different stuff. Like I said, we recently finished Resident Evil Revelations 2. We were going to try the DLC, but DLC, it wasn't for me. I'm not a stealth game player. I mainly like JRPGs and fighting games, so stealth just ain't for me. Oh, that was nice. It just shot us all the way back here, because I was wondering, like, well, we'll go ahead and take that one, because that one's at the fast travel point anyway. I could go back to it anytime. Yeah, after the month I've been having, and after the just stressful, like, couple... It's been a bad month. Specifically, the past week was pretty terrible, and the event that I had happened to me today, specifically. It's nice to be able to jump in here and play, like, you know, a game we consider to be, like, cozy and a lot of fun. Very, like, relaxing for us with Fatal Bullet. And they got like a two-piece on me. Okay, bro, these guys are like smoking us. I mean, I know they got like low health and stuff, and they're not doing a ton of damage in the grand scheme of things, but... Alright, there we go. One's down, the other's down. Dope. But yeah, thank you so much for the follow, Hiroshima. I greatly appreciate it. All the prior playthroughs and all my streams I back up and upload to YouTube, which is there on my Twitch like links and stuff like that. So you can go back if you're a SAO fan. You can see the first 3 games plus everything from Fatal Bullet up to this point. Oh, that roll was not the right call right there. But yeah, we've cleared the story in all the prior games. The only stuff we haven't done in them is any extra stuff or like any like crazy like challenge stuff. I'm not like a... I just like playing games just to have fun, just have like a good time. So I'm not like I need to play like the hardest game possible and do the hardest thing. So like there's like super bosses and stuff like that like we didn't beat and stuff, like the Grand Quest and Re-Hollow Fragment. We didn't beat the Grand Quest fully. Stuff like that. Just FYI. But we beat all the story stuff and DLC in all the games. DLC stories, I mean.
これだけ豪華なメンバーが揃ってるチームだもの。でもここで油断するのは禁物。そうだな。というわけで早速。どうしたの、キリト君？確かにそれらしいレバーやスイッチ。
フラグを回収したら
でもダンジョン内はあらかた見て回ったよ。
ダンジョン外のイベントがフラグになってるとしたら難易度が一気に跳ね上がる。
まあそう簡単に進めるなら今頃誰かが先にクリアしちゃってたでしょ。
そうだな。ここは一度引こう。
Alright, well, we got partway through. So we completed the first step of it. Let's go ahead and go back SBC Glock in.
Level up.
これでもよし。
よっしゃ、レベルアップだ。
Cool. Take that. Yeah, definitely tomorrow though, chat, we will be playing the Kazuna Clash stream. We'll be doing it tomorrow. I know the Kazuna Clash started at 10 when we switched from Resident Evil over to this. But I actually, just being honest, I don't even have my team set up yet. I have 2 teams, but they require the friend captain. You know what I mean? The friend captain, God, who's the new Kazuna Clash legend, chat? Otama and Shinobu, yeah. We don't have them. I actually did pull on part 2 trying to get some more copies of Robin and Crocodile and praying to get a copy of Shiryu. I actually ended up getting a copy of the rare recruit Yamato, so I will have Yamato on my team. But the team that I have right now for only pulling Yamato does require friend captain Shinobu and Raizo. So I'll have to test the team, but also I'll have to figure out some teams that in case we can't find them as a friend captain, obviously, for tomorrow's stream. So that'll be like after lunchtime. But we're going to keep rocking with this right now. Again, my apologies if Revelations 2 didn't work out. But y'all know me, and like I said, I've been having like a pretty bad week and stuff like that. And specifically coming off the bad weekend and the bad stuff today, I wanted to play something a little cozy. So I was like, you know what, let's make sure we get our Fatal Bullet in. So just before we jump into it, and I saw your comment just pop in, Hiroshima, I'm about to respond in like 1 second. We will we'll do Kazuna Clash tomorrow. That'll be like after lunchtime, and then probably start Stray on Thursday. And the only reason why I say probably is it depends on where we leave off in Fatal Bullet, if I want to continue where we left off in Fatal Bullet. So it'll be between those two. But like I said, I know Stray's like a short game. We'll probably beat it in 2 or 3 streams. And I know that's a pretty cozy game too, so that'll help with like the anxiety and the stuff I have going on right now outside of like the streams and stuff like that. But thank you again so much, Hiroshima. Hiroshima. Would love to start a conversation with you sooner, but you guys' setting makes me wait 10 minutes before you can talk. Yeah, that's the default that we have for like the timer on Twitch for the follow setting. And again, like I mentioned, that is because I play fighting games also. So that's kind of there because of not everybody has the same kind of good energy and like stuff that I bring to streams, especially in the FGC and stuff like that. So a lot of my friends I've met through playing fighting games, I've met because like after I've run sets with them, just random people, I'll like give them messages like, hey GG's, like, you know, your gameplay was like awesome and stuff like that. I always give credit where credit's due. I'm not one of those people where like if you beat me I'm like, oh, you suck or whatever. No man, if you beat me or like cook me, like I want you to know like, hey bro, like you're putting in work. Like I want you to know like the efforts you're making with your character like is, you know, like props, man. Like keep it up, great combos, awesome stuff. Like so that's how I made like a lot of my friends. And funny enough, like a lot of those friends I've heard back from them like, oh man, you're like the only person to ever send me a message like that's a positive one like after a set. Usually people are like, you know, like fuck you or something like that. So that's why we have it there, is because before we had that set up, people would just comment and they would comment and wouldn't follow or anything like that. Like they would just comment because it was set up where anybody could comment, and it would be people I would play that would come and like send like negative comments or stuff like that. Playing on PS4, because on my PS4 I eventually had to change from, because I would play in tournaments also, I would had to change from anybody could send me messages to, okay, now only people on my friends list can send me messages. But then it would go from they would then come on my Twitch to comment me and be like, "Oh man, fuck you! Like, you actually suck. Like, I hate your gameplay. Like, all that stuff. Like, just I'm really big on, like, you probably saw when you followed on like my like channel's rules and stuff like that. I'm really big like on like, if you're playing a game, you should be playing it to have fun. So I'm not big on like toxicity in like games and stuff like that. So that's just why we have it there, is for when we do like play the fighting games and stuff like that, it filters out like those like negative and like toxic comments and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So but yeah, I see you say like you understand. So thank you so much for understanding, Hiroshima. But I greatly appreciate your comment. I greatly appreciate you hanging around, not just like for the follow, but for hanging around, the chat. But yeah, I play it on a PS4. Well, PS4 Pro, if that makes any kind of difference. I'm sure like it doesn't. What could possibly trigger that door? That's what Kirito said.
手持ちの情報だけでは予想を立てることも難しいし。
経験上、こういう時はユーザー間の噂話が役に立つことが多い。
By the way, Hiroshima, I don't know what brought you to follow, but are you a fan of the SAO Gameverse games, or are you just a fan of Fatal Bullet? I get you. I love Fatal Bullet. Have 17k hours on this game. Wow. Man, so you are a big into Fatal Bullet. It's funny, like, funny story I talked about, like, and some of my longtime viewers heard this before in talking about the SAO Gameverse. Fatal Bullet was the first game I bought in the SAO Gameverse. Super excited to play it, bought it when it was on sale. And then right when I was going to go play it originally, I saw like, oh, this is the 4th game in the series, and the story carries through all 6. So I was like, yeah, I see everybody saying like, oh, but the 4th game's the best one. Like, you can just play it anyway, or only play it, or whatever. But I love SAO. Like, I love the anime and stuff like that. So I wanted to, like, because I like the regular story, I was like, why not like see how this different story is from the beginning all the way through. But I can say, if you haven't played the other games up to this one, Fatal Bullet definitely delivered. It is my favorite out of the 4 that we've played so far. Absolutely have loved it. And I know, like, you're not the only one. Like you said, you had the 17k hours in it. I know you're not the only one. I know people absolutely fucking love Fatal Bullet and play the hell out of it. It's funny, like, once we got to streaming this game, definitely brought in a lot of like new followers and stuff like that. And I really appreciate that the Fatal Bullet came out, the Fatal Bullet community came out and supported me, because I'm not like a optimal player or like anything like that. Like, I'm just playing the game just to have fun and, like, you know, experience the story. Like you heard me mention Hiroshima, like I'm big on like just playing games just to have fun and like stuff like that. And like, we all have stuff that we're going through. It's nice to have that kind of escape and stuff like that. And so, but I know, like, you're not the only one that's like super like has all those hours built into Fatal Bullet and stuff like that. So I really appreciate you, like, you know, stopping by my stream, but also giving me the follow for me to like not be like a meta player or have like all rank 11 weapons and stuff like that. You know, for me to be experiencing the story and this like DLC 4 for the first time, like, I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, Hiroshima, for you know, rocking with me like while I'm going through it. Now, of course, I appreciate all my viewers and followers. It means a lot. Available is the most successful SAO game at 30 million in profit, and then Hollow Realization is second at only 5 million in comparison. Holy shit. Damn, that's crazy, because Hollow Realization's my second favorite out of the 2. I will say that. Like, I loved Hollow Realization. It was fun. Because don't get me wrong, like, Re-Hollow Fragment, and we talked about this before on the stream. Re-Hollow Fragment was fun. It was really good. Like, to me, I felt like, wow, this is kind of like Bandai. To me, not knowing certain other things, I was like, oh, this feels like Bandai was trying to make a Xenoblade Chronicles style game and had the license for SAO and just put it to an SAO skin. But then I found out like later after the fact that actually Bandai had made the Dot Hack games, and those games were focused on being about MMOs and stuff like that. I think they made them with CyberConnect 2. I say that because CyberConnect 2 announced they were making the new Dot Hack game like yesterday, but I think like a lot of the people on Bandai's side that worked on those Dot Hack games went in to be the team that made Hollow Fragment, because a lot of stuff that I saw then later was people saying like, oh, like if you like, you know, Hollow Fragment, it plays a lot like the Dot Hack games. It's clearly built on their DNA. So I was like, oh, maybe it's not influenced by Xenoblade Chronicles. Maybe it's actually like influenced by this other game. So it's really interesting. I know how much people love Xenoblade Chronicles. So then when you get to Hollow Realization, it just takes everything that was so good and exciting and like fun and like enjoyable to play about Hollow Fragment or Re-Hollow Fragment and made it that much better. So I can, and it delivers too. Lost Song, you know, Lost Song we've talked about, Chad. Lost Song is definitely my least favorite by a wide margin out of all that we've played so far. And it's funny that like they went to that. I just don't know what they were doing. Like the jump from like from Re-Hollow Fragment to Lost Song, and then them going back to the gameplay style of the prior game and like just enhancing it. It's just funny. Like it just shows like clearly like I'm not the only one that had issues with Lost Song. But then again, then Fatal Bullet is just totally different. You know what I mean? So then like with Fatal Bullet, once again they jump to a different whole type of gameplay style, which has me excited for when we finish Fatal Bullet to see where Alicization Lycross is going to be. I don't know if it's going to go back to that kind of like gameplay as Hollow Realization and to just build on it again. But with you saying that Hollow Realization is the second most profitable, that makes me think like maybe they didn't for Alicization Lycross, because I feel like if you know, hey, they're going back to it and they're enhancing it and it was so good, you would think they would like bump it back up again. You know, like the people that didn't like that game would show out for like the better one. You get what I'm saying? SAO was one of my first anime. It was a comfort show for the longest time. SAO wasn't one of my first animes because when I first got into anime was growing up, being born in 94, growing up was watching Toonami and stuff like that. And believe it or not, my first anime was actually not on Toonami. It was not on Cartoon Network. It was on USA Network. They had the license to broadcast Sailor Moon. I used to watch Sailor Moon before I'd go to school on USA Network. No joke, I'm not making that up. I know it's crazy to like think about. So Sailor Moon is actually my first anime. And we talked about this before on the channel. You're a new follower, Hiroshima, so I'll just get you in the loop. I'm autistic. I was diagnosed autistic as an adult. I didn't realize I was autistic until within the past like 2-3 years. So my whole life, I always never felt like I fit in and stuff like that. So part of that was I was the only kid growing up that liked anime. Like really, I was like yeah, like some of my friends would like watch Toonami, but like once they got to a certain age, they're like they didn't really care about stuff like that anymore. Like maybe they had like memories of Dragon Ball Z and they could talk about stuff like that. So it kind of got hard for me to like really stay into it. I would consistently watch like Toonami and stuff like that. But once I really got back into anime big was when I was a senior in high school and I broke my back. Put me in like a bad depression, stuff like that. It was a life-changing event, changed my life forever. And SAO was one of those first animes that I got back into like watching, like getting heavy into it. Cause yeah, I would watch like all the stuff I had watched like growing up. But when I went to go like, okay, what's the new shows I'm gonna watch? SAO I think was like the second one. Cause I think the first one I watched was Blue Exorcist, which went on to become one of my favorite mangas. But SAO definitely I agree with you. Like it has like that like comfort aspect to it and stuff like that. So and the funny thing is like going through the game verse and stuff like that. I've rewatched SAO because I take everything I do. Put 100% into. I always feel like if there's no reason to do something if you're not going to do it to your fullest. So because of that, I watch like while I was playing the games, I rewatched the anime so that way, and the two Asuna movies and the SAO alternative, both seasons of it, so that way when we get to certain parts in the game verse and stuff like that, we can talk about how the story differentiates and stuff like that, and just have fun stuff. Doing like my research and put my effort in. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I take like this serious, like it's like my second job and stuff like that. To the point that when we play like Jeanne d'Arc, the level 5 tactical JRPG, I'm gonna watch, because I've been wanting to watch it like forever anyway. The silent film, the French silent film Joan of Arc movie that is like considered like one of the greatest movies of all time. So that'll be like something exciting to do. Don't want to ruin for you ahead of time, and I can give you my own opinion I can't give you my own opinion because I didn't play it, but my understanding is that Alicization is the most hated SAO game outside the mobile app they had at one point. Interesting. I did not know that. I didn't know that. I thought most people were a little iffy about Lost Song. Every time, like... Because, yeah, like, you didn't ruin it for me, because, like, what would ruin it for me is if you told me, like, any story threads. Because you saw in my rules was I just don't want any, like, story spoilers or anything like that. If there's anything specifically, like, I need to know in the story or anything, I'll look it up myself, or I'll let, like, you guys always know. So, no, you didn't ruin anything for me by, like, giving me your opinion, like, on gameplay-wise, or your hearsay on, like, gameplay-wise. Like, no, trust me, that didn't, like, ruin it for me. It actually surprised me, because, like, I thought everyone else was kind of like me, where they're, like... But again, I've only played 4 of the 6 so far, where people are like, man, I really did not like Lost Song. So that's funny, like, to hear you say, like, your understanding, like, from the community is that Alicization is the most hated, like, that has my interest really, really, really peaked. Because, like, man, it has to be something to be worse than, the other... Lost Song. I just realized here you had that other comment right before. My bad. Let me see here. A different group of people worked on Alicization, and then we missed out on what would have been the final update for Fatal Bullet because they moved that team over to do work on Fractured Daydream. I did not know that. I actually didn't know the team that worked on... Yeah, I think the team that made Alicization is the same team that worked on the first 2 games. No, sorry. The first 3 games. And I think... Because I know Fatal Bullet is made by a completely different team that made the first 3. And then I think Alicization goes back to them. Which that's what had me thinking, like, maybe it'll play similar to Hollow Recollection. But I actually didn't know the people that worked on Fatal Bullet went on to work on Fractured Daydream. I actually did not know that. So that's actually interesting. I didn't know that at all. Man, Hiroshima, you showed up and dropped some good knowledge, man. I didn't know that. I do apologize if correct me if I'm like wrong by saying like man and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I always talk about that in my chat, but just because I didn't know, it just like defaults to that. But I don't want to be like rude or insensitive. Like I obviously want to. I do respect and care about everybody's like opinions, feelings, beliefs, all that stuff. But long-time viewers, like, y'all know that stuff. But that's crazy. Like, yeah, dropped in here and, like, I didn't know that. Like, a lot of that stuff you said, I actually didn't know. Well, this game, wish more people were here to play it. It's funny, like, it's funny to me, like, how so many, like, how this game has just, like, God, how am I trying to say it? It's... For this to be a continuous story, it's like this game has bigger life than everything around it. You know what I mean? Like, this game's bigger than the series. And I don't mean the series in like SAO, I mean the series is in like the Gameverse. To the point that the only thing I can really relate it to that I'm aware of, that I know, and again, like, no spoilers on these, we're going to get to these games eventually. I don't know when. I've been kind of going through my head that maybe when we finish SAO, maybe we'll start these games. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. But the only thing I can think of that's similar to that is comparing it to like Yakuza. Because I feel like Yakuza 0 is damn near bigger than the series. I feel like a lot of fucking people will play Yakuza 0 and like not touch another Yakuza game. You know what I mean? Like, they'll play Yakuza 0, they'll have the fun, like, oh yeah, you're Tokyo in the 80s, this is great, like, it's awesome. And then they're good, and they don't need to go through 9 other games, you know what I mean? I feel like that's how it is with this game. I feel like Fatal Bullet is bigger than the Gameverse, to where I feel like some people, you know, they might just go through the story and they're like, you know, whatever, like, I'm not really here for the story, maybe I'm here for the multiplayer aspect and stuff like that of it. But they might not even, like, realize, like, oh, they're talking about stuff from prior games or stuff like that, you know what I mean? Every now and then they'll have it on sale as a gift. Every now and then they'll have it on sale as a gift. Like, I'll be able to gift it to someone for $7. And I went and bought it for 12 people. Yeah, it goes on sale, like, all the time. Like you said, they cycle. I think the SAO games, like, they cycle, like, bi-weekly and stuff like that. Like, that's why when I bought Alicization, I knew the following 2 weeks, Last Recollection would be on sale. So I went ahead and I, like, picked it up the following, like, 2 weeks and stuff like that. But, man, shout out to Hiroshima for helping, like, you know, grow the community. Greatly appreciate that, especially being, like, a fighting game player and stuff like that. You know, I really like appreciate that sentiment and stuff, because like that's how I feel about like BB Tag. And big shout out to, you know, our homie Toast, trying to grow the Granblue community within like our friend group. Got me my copy of Granblue versus Rising, so greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Toast. I'll always remember that. I got to get back into Granblue. He played Ninja Storm. I got Ninja Storm 4, and I have not got around to, like, I picked it up on sale, like, a while back. I can't remember when. And I started, like, because I used to play the hell, Hiroshima. I used to play the hell out of Ninja Storm Revolution on the 360. I used to, bro, I wore that game out, bro, on the 360. I would play the hell out of Ninja Storm Revolution. I would run Shikamaru, Darui, and God, what's my boy's name? Kimimaru. That would be like my main team. And dude, like the amount of like, God, we'd be in ranked and we'd play like Madara after Madara after Madara after Madara after Madara, and eventually, you know, like every now and then you might run into like an Itachi, you might run into a Sasuke, you know, other people's fan favorite characters, stuff like that. But then you run into like Madara after Madara after Madara after Madara. You know what I mean? But it was fun, man. I don't really like brag about myself and stuff like that, but that Ninja Storm Revolution, and you know, I don't, all y'all know I don't like brag about myself and stuff like that. Some people say I'm humble to a fault. A lot of my friends say that I never give myself credit. But and y'all know I don't play like ranked in anything. Y'all know I always play like casual battles or room matches and stuff like that, just because I'm not like a big ranked player. Except for Strive. Y'all know I love the tower in Strive. I won't touch Strive's ranked mode, but y'all know you can find me in the tower. But no, I would actually, that's the only, Ninja Storm Revolution was the only fighting game I'd ever play ranked in, other than JoJo All-Star Battle R. I forgot about that. Those are the only two I would ever play ranked in. But I stopped in All-Star Battle R once I got to the, like, ranked... once I got all the unlockable mission that would cycle through the mission like colors and costumes. Once I got all those, I stopped playing ranked. And I only do like casual fights and All-Star Battle R2. But yeah, Ninja Storm Revolution, I see you said like that was the one you start on. It's a fucking blast, dude. It's so good. It's underrated. People try and act like Ninja Storm Revolution ain't good, and they're capping. I know people praise Ninja Storm 3 and 4 like as the best, but you can't just gloss over Revolution, because Revolution was a lot of fun to play. It had the great like sub-stories that were like unique to the game and stuff like that. At the time, I think some of them are back in Ninja Storm 4. But it had the great sub-stories, like the one about Shishui, the one about the creation of the Akatsuki, stuff like that, the one about Naruto's mom. And then also, we got the Mecha Naruto episode in the anime, or 2 episodes in the anime. They're hilarious, by the way. The great Mecha Naruto story part in the game. Great customization in the game. Customization in that game is better than is what it's in Ninja Storm 4. But yeah, it was a blast, man. I used to play the hell out of that in ranked. I used to cook. That's the only time, like, y'all won't hear me like brag about me like and stuff like that. But that's the only like one of the only ranked modes I've ever played, and that was one where I was saucing, boy, with my with Shikamaru, Darui, and Kimimaru. It was a blast. I knew the Madaras, like, they probably fought like 100 Madaras like I had. They ain't fought one Shikamaru, and then they was stuck with me. Let alone a Darui or Kimimaru. Like, yeah, Shikamaru's my favorite character, but I'm real enough to know, like, hey, he's a lot of people's favorite character. Darui and Kimimaru, as cool as they are, they're not a lot of people's favorite character. Let's just be honest. So I know them people, they ain't run into too many of them. Naruto is actually your first anime, and I was introduced to it through that game. Very nice, very nice. That's actually a great way to get into it. I would say to people, Ninja Storm is a great introduction to Naruto because CyberConnect 2 did such a good job bringing together moments in Naruto to life in the gameplay. Like, they actually married the source material very, very well, and I think it is a great introduction for anybody. In addition to the gameplay of the Ninja Storm series in general, very accessible, great for like if you're a fighting game player or not a fighting game player to like get into it, play with like friends and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of like how accessible and how fun like Super Smash Bros. Is. Like, even if you don't play like platform fighters or whatever, like you can jump in there and like have fun. If you don't play racing games, you can have fun playing Mario Kart. You know what I mean? So Ninja Storm's a great way to like introduction to the series, I would imagine, or in my opinion. I say that because I watched the show first, but then got into the game. But I've been wanting to play more Ninja Storm 4 because it was literally last week was the 10th anniversary of the game releasing. What's been keeping me from playing more is I'm actually in the process of rewatching / finishing Naruto for the first time. I know that sounds crazy, because I did watch it growing up on Toonami and watched it like into like, you know, when I graduated high school and was in college and stuff. And the only reason why I never finished it was I got all the way caught up to the dub in I got all the way caught up to where the dub was at that time, and it was in the middle of the war. Fairly early in the war. It was like 300 something episodes into Shippuden, but early 300s into the Shippuden, by the way. Like, it was like right around like they was fighting the 7 ninja swordsmen that had been reanimated. So, you know, that's like right there at the start of the war. But where I'm at now is the I'm like almost at episode like 400. I'm in the middle of the flashback arc. Probably a filler arc. Some people probably skip it. I don't skip filler. If I like if I like the series, I'm going to check out the filler, you know what I mean? Because to me, like, it's more of what I love, like, more of what I love seeing. Now, I'm not saying, like, now for y'all out there, chat, that don't mean go watch, like, the anime-exclusive arcs of Promise Neverland and Blue Exorcist. No, don't do that. Don't ruin a good series. There's a difference, chat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. One fighting game never got to finish was BlazBlue Cross Tag. Yeah, BB Tag. Man, Hiroshima, you showed up and like You showed up at like the right channel. Talking Fatal Bullet, talking Ninja Storm, and then you bust out the BB Tag. My game. All-time favorite fighting game. BB Tag changed my fucking life, chat. Y'all know. Like, if it wasn't for BB Tag, I swear BB Tag changed my life. Like, the amount of friends I've made through playing BB Tag, the tournaments I've competed in and playing BB Tag, you know, changed my life. The fan art that I have, like this right here, Hiroshima. That's fan art I drew myself. I drew of my main team, Akihiko and Gordo. I'm the pink Akihiko and Gordo player on PlayStation, on PS4. Not that like that's so like well known or whatever. Unfortunately, I haven't got to play BB Tag in a minute. But y'all know I live and fucking die by BB Tag, man. That game changed my fucking life. I swear. The friends I've made, like getting to play in tournaments and stuff, like seriously changed my life. And like it's so cool that like that piece of fan art that I made of the Akihiko and Gordo in their Lakers uniforms. I actually had someone in the BB Tag community when I shared it on like the BB Tag Reddit comment there like, hey, I mod the game. I'm gonna mod Akihiko and Gordo to have like Lakers colors for the PC. I was like, oh shit, man, I don't have the PC version, but like, thank you for like doing that in general for other players that would like that. And I'm gonna like go ahead and save it and like download it so that way when I do get the PC version of the game at some point, like I can have that like this fan art that I drew like forever, like in the game. Like it's crazy like that. Like, so thank you so much to the BB Tag community, and shout out Arxis for BB Tag, man. Changed my life. And yeah, you're right. Yeah, Promise Neverland. No, it doesn't have a season 2. For like seriously, yeah. Because it's funny. Like Promise Neverland season 1, 10 out of 10 horror masterpiece. I'll still rewatch season 1, but season 2, nah, man. Like, man. I can't even like get into that chat because like when I read Promise Neverland season, or not read season 2, when I read the Promise Neverland, I was just like blown away. Like, man, they cut this out. Like, my God, chat. Maybe one day you'll get a proper adaptation because it's so good. Everything's left in it's so good. Oh, where are we at? Yeah, let's finish this scene. Let me wrap this scene up so we can get back to gameplay like while we're talking. If you can't tell, Hiroshima, I like to talk. And I like to engage like with my chat and stuff like that. So thank you so much again. Oh, and the reason why I'm not reading this out loud, by the way, Hiroshima, is because even though it's in Japanese, they are voice acting. So, whenever there's not voice acting in any game, then I'll read the comments, or not the comments, the subtitles. If there's voice acting, I just let it go. And even though it's in Japanese, like I still just let it go.
もうシリカは硬いな。苦手だからこそ話まさかリズの話って。ほら、最近始まった新イベントがあるでしょ。あさ
それだ。
なに私たちさっきその男女。
おそらくその幽霊の情報が攻略の手がかりになるはずだ。
でも
変。
ここに来る途中で何回か言うじゃない、その話を聞いたんですけど、どれも内容が違う。夜中にダンジョンの入り口近くで言うじゃなくてそうそう、ダンジョンの行き止まりで男の影が横切ったとか。まあそっちは寝落ち仕掛けてたらしいから見間違いかもだけど。ナイトビジョンに
What is this camera angle right here?
ない人影がみたいな話もありましたね。 ベントの発生場所がランダムになってるってこと？
確かに場所はバラバラだけど、よし、他にヒントもないし、とりあえず今夜もう一度。
I mean, it was already dark outside, like at the level, but
ああ、そっか。
they might not have coded like
朝は無理して
a day and night cycle, you know what I'm talking about, Jet?
別に怖くなんてありません。じゃなくて、もちろん私もついていきますから。
ありがとうな、アスナ。それじゃあ今夜もう一度ここへ集合しよう。もしも幽霊の正体がエネミーだったら未知の相手との戦闘になる。アイテムの補充は忘れずに。
了解。
Battle prep. I love to talk too, bro. Do you have a Discord? I don't have a Discord yet for the channel, so that is something that I'm planning to set up sooner rather than later. By the way, because like a big part of me streaming is, like I mentioned, I'm really big about like positivity and stuff like that, just in general. And my thought process is, hey, I was going to play the games anyway. Might as well share them with these people out in the community. And like I said, with the FGC, there's this like stigma in the FGC that fighting games are so hard to like get into. Like people are like, you know, just in general like nasty in the FGC and stuff like that. And like the games are too hard to get into and play. But like I want to show people like, hey, like even if you're a beginner or something like that, like you can still have fun playing fighting games. And there's people out there that like, you know, like they just want to have fun, like just like anybody else and stuff like that. So, with that being said, let me filter real quick by rarity. So with that being said, that is like a big thing like I want to do is I've been wanting to like start a Discord for the channel and stuff like that, so we can like hang out and stuff like that, and comment and like just enjoy the games together. Because I know I just want to like help like grow the community and stuff like that. Because like I said, I love chatting, I love talking, and I want like it to be a community of, you know, other like-minded people that enjoy like just playing games and just having fun together. Because so many people like they just stress too much when they play games and stuff like that. And like I'm big on like as long as your fun doesn't impact someone else's fun, like, you know, then that's like cool and stuff like that. So I think like being able to give people a community where they can like come hang out and like meet other like players and stuff like that. Maybe like it'll help them get into fighting games. Maybe it'll help them find like a new JRPG they like and stuff like that. So that is something that I'm going to get set up like sooner rather than later. Like I mentioned, Hiroshima, just in general, like the past, towards the end of like last year, just some really like difficult stuff has occurred in my personal life, and I keep that stuff separated from the stream because again, like I'm big on positivity. I don't want to like bring anybody down, stuff like that, and I'm also not like trying to get like any sympathy or anything like that. Like I keep that stuff separate. I keep that professionalism. So, but just me being honest, and because of that, there was a time, it was in like October, where the amount of time we were streaming stuff like that, it did like my stream schedule was heavily impacted. We lost a lot of like stream time and stuff like that. But now it's essentially since October it has been back to normal. It's just this month has been pretty hard. The first week was okay. Last week was a little bit rough. This week, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But because we're definitely going to do the Treasure Cruise stream tomorrow. I have so many viewers that like tune in specifically just for Treasure Cruise content. Like, don't worry, guys. We're going to be playing Kazuna Clash tomorrow, 100%. Just like last week, we didn't miss the treasure map. Yes, we had to cut out some other streams, but I think like we're going to be good to go back to the normal streaming schedule of between Sunday and Thursday, streaming 4 times a week. At a minimum 3, but consistently 4. It's going to be 3 this week because it'll be today, tomorrow, Thursday. But that being said, though, because of the stuff I have had going on in my personal life and stuff like that, it's kept me busy with so much stuff that I haven't been able to do certain things outside of like my other job and the streaming, that I have to fill in that time of like getting like the necessities done, like thumbnails and live notification thumbnails, stuff like that, like made to where like I've been trying to finish drawing this damn emote for so long and haven't got around to finishing it. But so like there's emotes that I'm trying to like make to get more emotes set up and stuff like that. So I am like working on cooking that stuff as like stuff is starting to get back in a normal schedule routine for me, if that makes sense, Hiroshima. And definitely one of them, because a lot of people come in here and they do ask, because a lot of people say like, oh, like, you know, it's really enjoyable watching you, really like your personality and stuff like that. It's really fun, like having such an engaging streamer. You know, do you have Discord? Do you have Discord? Stuff like that. So we will like be getting that set up sooner rather than later. I can't say 100% it'll be this week just because of stuff I have going on, but I will try to get it done as soon as I can. Hopefully by the end of February, like we'll see. But I'm going to try it. And I will say that because a lot of people are heavily interested in that and excited about that. So I think like it would be fun to like get set up. I do have a Discord just for my OPTC Alliance. So if you hear me talk about Discord, I have one for that, and I have another separate private one just for me and B. We have our own setup just for the two of us, for me and my wife, just for us to send like jokes and like stuff like that. I'll like just like something separate from like our text and stuff like that. But outside of that, I am trying to set up one for our community, so that will be coming soon. Because I know, like I said, you asked about that. I know Tacos asked about it. Would love to like jump in there. I know, definitely Warm Cow would love to jump in there, and stuff like that. Which I'm surprised Warm Cow hasn't jumped in like to the stream today. They might have had like a lot of work going on and stuff. And so that way I can keep y'all more updated other than just on Twitter for like if I have any issues like with what I've had going on the past 2 weeks or this month in general. That's been so bad that's affected my streaming time. So again, with my autism, I over explain everything, so you just have to bear with me. So sorry about that. So yeah, okay, we'll equip this one. But other than the Discord thing there, again, sorry for like, thank you for like bearing with me and just being patient for saying like I talk so much and like you saying like you do too. I have clips I like to share with people to make the game easier, but don't have a PlayStation. A saying I like to use: life is hard. Unfortunately, I'm harder. Hey, I like that because like, you know. It's all about like, you can't let this stuff get you down. I know from like certain things in my life that I've survived and came out the other end on. One being that I have spoke about before is breaking my back and surviving that because it was a near fatal incident when I broke my back. Had to relearn how to walk, as we've talked about before. So yeah, like you said it best there. It's funny, like I have a full chest piece tattoo, and one of the things on it is across my collarbone. It says "beautiful and unbreakable," and it has like a diamond in the middle because of like me being straight edge. It's a double entendre. It's about my straight edge beliefs about I've never drank alcohol or abused any drugs or stuff like that. Those are values I hold dear to me, and they're unbreakable in my mind. But also, I myself was unbreakable. I survived like a near fatal accident, came out on the other end, and kept fighting, fight every day with it. But that's also why I want the Discord too, so I can keep y'all guys like all updated on like, hey, you know, I'm having problems with my back today. and well, my back and my hip today, so I won't be able to stream, etc. Stuff like that. Just being able to keep you on the loop, you know. This is the gun we had equipped, right? Yeah, I accidentally realized I unequipped the wrong gun. Definitely try to be here for every Fatal Bullet stream. I greatly appreciate it. Like, that actually means... Like, you have no idea, like, that means a lot to me because, like I said, not to, like, hamper on it, because, like, no, I'm not trying to get, like, pity or anything like that. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys, like, because I care about, like, my community, as small as it is right now. I care about my community, and I want it to, like, grow and stuff like that. Not just for me, but for everybody else to enjoy it. And also, this has been something we've talked about before. This is my big, like, long-term goal, is, like, one day I would love to, if the channel got big enough... Bro, I equipped the wrong fucking gun again. I can't do two things at once, apparently, today. But it's just because of all the stuff I got going on outside my brain. Damn. Anyway, what I was trying to do. One of my, like, big goals I want to do later in life is, or not later in life, because hopefully, like, you know, we'll be able to get there eventually, like, putting in the work and stuff like that, growing the channel, is I would love to be able to do a, God, my brain, like, just went away again. Bro, what was I trying to say? Sorry, again, like, I'm coming off, like, the stuff I've going on and all the work I've been putting in at my other job. I would love to do a charity stream to raise money for the hospital that actually saved my life, like, when I broke my back. That's something that, like, I am passionate about and would like to use this as a platform to do that at some point, once we are able to grow the channel enough. Like, that would actually mean a lot to me, to be able to give back to, like, the doctors and, you know, the team that helped, like, help me still be here today, because that would actually mean a lot. Almost 14 years ago, which blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind that, like, almost half my life I've been dealing with that. It's crazy. It's actually really shocking. Like, I can't believe, like, the time, like, is gone like that. I was like, why is that one so expensive? I see because it's experience buff on there. Just trying to see which one's to sell, which one's to, like, stock for later. Well, that one's trade value only, so it's gone. Yeah, all that, like, long-winded stuff, because, yeah, I ramble. Bear with me again. It's the autism, like... I like talking about stuff I like. Shocker. I think most people do, autistic or otherwise. I think most people like discussing the stuff they're interested in with other people that are also interested in it. That being said, though, yeah, we're definitely going to... definitely going to get the Discord set up as sooner rather than later. Because another big thing about the Discord getting it set up is it also, and we talked about this too before, is it will make things a lot easier to calibrate when we're going to calibrate matches for when we're playing fighting games. Because it'll be easy to, like, just, you know, put in there, like, a day or two before the stream, like, hey, by the way, this day we're going to play BB Tag, or we're going to play Under Night, or we're gonna play like whatever, you know what I'm talking about? And like people can play and be like, oh, okay, cool, like I'll like, you know, either like not just tune into the stream, but oh, I'll be there so we can play that day, you know what I'm talking about? So because again, like we've talked about this before, the biggest impact right now to why we haven't played a fighting game in a while is because of the stuff I have going on in my personal life. Is like affecting my brain and stuff so much, because like it's just so draining and stuff in my head all the time that it makes it like very like sometimes it makes like my focus and concentration just very like off and stuff like that. But that being said, like I'm not 100% against possibly playing BB Tag maybe on Thursday instead of the other. What did we say? Stray. Now, obviously, like if I like then have like a shit ass day at work, you know what I'm talking about. Like if I have like a terrible fucking day at work that day, then I'm not gonna want to be like, oh man, yeah, let's just go. Oh shit! Don't sell the earrings. If I have like a terrible day at work, then I'm not gonna want to be like, oh yeah, okay, let's go jump into the let's go jump into a fighting game. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not gonna want to be like, yeah, let's go. I can't even say that without laughing. Like it's just too funny. Like I just can imagine having like a terrible fucking day at work. It'd be like, okay, well, you know, let's, now that we've had like a like really like focused like brain draining day at work, let's go ahead and like play a fighting game. I couldn't imagine. I literally can't, with the like concentration you need on, you know me, like I'm just about like whatever, let's just go in here. Y'all know I play kind of like with my brain off anyway, like just have fun. Again, like I'm not like an optimal player, like I'm just playing to like have fun and like do what I want to do and stuff like that, which does piss off a lot of other fighting game people, because they'll be like, oh well, you should be like going for this route too, or like you shouldn't be using like a low tier character. And I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to be the best. I'm trying to like, if I'm sitting here today spending my time playing the game, I want to do it my way. Like I want to have fun, like, you know what I'm talking about. The other kanji players in BB Tag know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they're probably screaming right now because they're like, hell yeah, we know what you mean. Like, I'm just trying to have fun, and here I am playing like this low tier character. Because y'all know me, I don't care about no like tier or something. I'm just trying to like, bro, I'm just trying to just enjoy my time. Ain't that what we're all trying to do? Alright, I'm not even sweating getting my weapons appraised. Like, we didn't even have like any submachine guns to appraise, so I'm not even like sweating it. Let's go ahead and like pop outside. Nah, I feel like I just made a friend for real. You're good, bro. Hey, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, Hiroshima. Like, I greatly appreciate that. And yes, please do like feel free to not just tune into the Fatal Bullet streams. Feel free to jump into any of them. Like, obviously, everyone's more than welcome. Like, a good chat member, Warm Cow, me and him, like, we're like friends now from like talking and stuff like that. Did not expect to see the SAO alternative cast here. This got me kind of excited. Alright. Okay. Warm Cow originally started following me and became a great chat member from playing One Piece Treasure Cruise. Tune in my Treasure Cruise streams and stuff like that, and they'll pop into like damn near anything we're playing, because I remember them popping into our Final Fantasy VIII playthrough. We were just chatting about like Treasure Cruise stuff while we were playing through like Final Fantasy. So like, yeah, like even if you do like enjoy like, you know, the commentary or like the conversations and stuff like that, feel free. Like, you don't have to wait for like a Fatal Bullet stream or anything like that, or after we beat Fatal Bullet we move on to something else. Like, we can jump in here and talk about like you know, anime, manga, whatever, stuff like that. Even if you want to talk Fatal Bullet, even if I'm not playing it actively, you know, still love to. You know what I mean? That's also why I want to like get the Discord set up. I think I will like. What is today, by the way? The 17th. Okay. I think that'll be like maybe like a goal. I'll try and like set up. I think I'll set up for like me to try and get the Discord set up by the end of February. I think I'll try for that. Because that would be a lot of fun. Because like I am trying to continue to grow the channel and everything like that. So I know a lot of people, a lot of people have been asking about that. So it would be fun to actually say like, it would be fun for like people not to have to ask, just to like immediately jump in and see that right there where I have like my links and stuff like that. You could just click and like go right into like the Discord, you know what I mean? Sorry, I was just double checking there. Double checking my phone real quick just before we jump back into it. Also, shout out to Atlas, my favorite game studio, for today being the 15th anniversary release of Catherine. If you've never played Catherine, I highly recommend it. It is godly, chat. Absolutely masterful game. All right, let's go ahead and wait a second. Damn, it's funny, like I always end up in like the right place at the right time. After I finish Kleinad, I'm gonna start watching Serial Experiments Lane, and I just see here that it says the sequel is confirmed to start production for it after being announced in 2009. Jesus Christ. But hey, that's cool that as I'm about to start watching it, the sequel's starting production, so it'll probably be like out in like 2 years. But that's funny. It's sequel announced in 2009, finally getting made. I'm on some of the leaderboards for this game in Xbox. Dude, Hiroshima, I would hope so. I'm just with 17K hours, my dude. I would hope you would be. But that being said, dude, that's lit. I like that a lot. Which leaderboards are you like on? Because I don't know really how the multiplayer aspect of this game like really works and stuff like that. So I don't know like no joke, like if it's like a time thing or if it's like a score based thing. You'll have to like let me know like how it like actually like works and stuff like that. Because I'm not 100% sure how the leaderboards like work, or if it's like ranked match or stuff like that. Got this game during COVID. There's nothing better to do. You know what? I might have got this game during a sale on COVID. Because like I said, Cycles during sale. I got it. I remember when I got it was when they had the they bring this in PlayStation every now and then, like the Big in Japan sale. I remember it was, I got like 4 or 5 games. This was like one of them. But then when I found out it was the 4th game, I was like, oh, I'll jump into the other ones later. Ended up like just playing like around like other stuff and stuff like that. And then once we started streaming, I was like, man, what better thing to do than like, let's start like streaming with like the SAO like stuff. Like, why not? So it's funny. I think I got this at COVID too, but
何してるの？ってことは今は暇なのね。え？ピトピトさん逆なんかい？彼氏の前だってのに大胆だね。彼氏？おっと、彼氏じゃなくてただの付き人。二人とも誘うかいじめるかどっちかにし。ごめんね。私たち私もさっき誘われたところなんだけど、なんだかものすごくレアなアイテムが。とはいえ未知のステージだからね。手駒は多ければよし。そういうわけであなたも来てくれると助かるんだけどな。いい返事だ。バーッとガーッと活躍。
君がチームに入ってくれるなら作戦の幅も。
あの子どこかで見た気が。ってセブンじゃん。
Seven, interesting. Yeah, because we haven't interacted with Seven in the prior DLCs. That's right. All of it is time attack based. I stayed up so late. I had friends in Australia, dude. Funny thing is, when we stream when I do my Treasure Cruise streams, they're usually around like lunchtime. I'm on the, well, I'm sure you can tell from my like southern ass accent, being from North Carolina. I'm on the U.S. East Coast. So lunchtime here, I catch all the European Treasure Cruise players and Treasure Cruise community at like their like dinner time and stuff like that. So a lot of my like Treasure Cruise viewers and stuff like that will be the European community and stuff like that. Funny enough. So that's always like really funny. And then of course like playing like Strive or just any fighting games and stuff at different times of the day, end up playing like a lot of like Japanese and like Korean players and stuff like that. But that's lit. Like that just, it's always fun. Like it always shows how like games like help you like transcend barriers and stuff like that. So it's always really cool. I mean, hell, it's like in SAO here. Like I mean, in this scene right here, 3 of these people live in Japan, but 7's in Russia. So it's very, very cool. Like you gotta love that, man. But that's interesting. It's all time attack. I that's what I assumed it was all like time based. Well, that's what's up, man. That's badass that like you're on the leaderboard for it and stuff like that. Very, very cool. Do you have like a favorite like 2 weapons that you run or stuff like that? Mine, obviously, as you see, I run submachine guns. I keep the pistol as a secondary just for like whatever, but I really only care about running the Uzi just because like it's my favorite gun in other games and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to run with the Uzi anyway. I think I keep the pistol just because it like keeps my weight low. Because I like playing like very quick and very fast and stuff like that. I'm rushed down gameplay in like fighting games and stuff like that. That's why we were talking earlier. You jumped in when we switched over to the Fatal Bullet stream before we were trying to do. We beat the Resident Evil Revelations story mode. We were going to start the DLC tonight. That's how the stream started tonight. Didn't realize the DLC, both DLC stories, the little bonus episodes, were stealth-based. And I'm not a stealth-based gamer kind of dude. I don't have the patience for it and stuff like that. I'm not a stamina meter type of gamer either, man. That's just, that stuff just, it's not for me, you know what I mean? Like, not every game's for everybody, so, man. But hey, look, this like it was very fortuitous that it didn't work out because hey, we still cleared the full story mode, the main game of Revelations 2, and by pivoting over to Fatal Bullet, both of us made a new friend. So I really appreciate that, Hero. I don't take stuff like that for granted. Oh, that's right. Fuka does play, she did play ALO beforehand. And of course, like we know from playing Lost Song, 7, not just a 7 and Idol out in the real world, but ALO was like the first game 7 was like involved in and stuff like that. So It's very cool for the Gameverse story that these two are friends and stuff. At least one version of a weapon in each category that can be fun to use. Oh, I get that. So you can like cycle through like you can kind of like bounce through like your like weapon class set like at will and stuff like that. Snipers for sure are actually unfair. Snipers for PvE are actually unfair. Yeah, the damage jump on snipers is crazy. I thought I wanted to run snipers at first with like submachine guns as like a secondary, but then I realized like, oh, I suck at aiming and like I suck at super fast reactions. So then I was like, maybe the sniper rifle isn't for me. Because, bro, I couldn't hit shit, man. If you watch the Resident Evil playthrough, like, the aiming's a little rough. We very, very rarely use the rifle in the entire playthrough of Revelations 2 because, yeah, zoom in and, like, the careful aiming, bro, it ain't for me. Shotguns are the only boring thing for me. Yeah, I was thinking about trying shotguns, but it was too enjoyable just using the Uzi and stuff like that. And also, bro, the fatigue of pulling the trigger every time, like with the pistol, that's also why I stick to the Uzi. And the pistol we were using for a while was the Raffica because it was the triple shot, but we pivoted once we got like a better one. Even if we get better submachine guns, I'm not replacing my Uzis. Like, I'm going to keep them until I get a better version of them, just because, like, I like the look. It's me, you know what I mean? Again, same thing. I'm just trying to have fun. But we do keep at least one sniper in our one sniper rifle in our inventory, just in case if we ever need it. I keep the one that we got from Clarence.
なのね。こんにちは。私はこんにちは。レンです。よろしく。でも、ちょっとした事情があってさ、最近ちょくちょく驚いたよ。セブンとフカジロ、私も驚いた。フカって変なところで顔広いから。二人はどっか行くところ。
I like how she said Fuka's famous in some interesting circles.
なんだか訳は大したことじゃないのよ。ちょっとした調査をしに来ただけ。みんなの手を煩わせることでもないわ。でもまだ手がかりも見つかってないんでしょ。GGO は広いし、めぼしいところを見て回るだけでもきっと大変だよ。変な、それは。でもねえあなたたち、これからしばらく私たちを町とか狩りへ同行させてくれない？特別なことはしなくていいの。本当にただ連れて歩くだけで同行するだけでいいの？私は OK だよ。
Just need to go on a walk.
一緒に行きましょう。もちのロンさん。どうぞどうぞ。足手まといになって
人がいいなら。ありがと
う。そういえばさっきから。セブンは私たちは最強の姉妹なのよ。そうなんだ。
Oh, I forgot the implications this could have for Correa's story. Yeah, seeing how like sisters interact and her story with her and her sister. Interesting. Skill for the handgun called Quick Shot. If you combine that with a handgun weapon art, you can make any handgun full auto. Interesting. You do have to abuse a bug to make it work, but it's a meta strategy for sure. Interesting. It's a bug that wasn't ever like patched out or anything like that. That's very interesting. Like very handy to have like a bug like that. Or it's probably a bug they knew about, and then once they saw how handy it was, they're probably like, hey, just keep it in there. Why not? Shit, the devs probably had damn fatigue from pulling the damn trigger. Make it out like you're shooting a real gun. But maybe, hey, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I don't play shooters. So maybe I'm not used to, like, I don't know, shooting like that or something. Oh shit! I was so used to them talking, I didn't even read these. So yeah, she was saying like, "Are we heading to a snow area?" Rain said, "Yeah." You want to have a snowball fight? Seven said, "The snow is not something to be taken care of. Your body temperature gets low. It lowers your mental and physical capabilities." Rain said, "Yeah, but isn't it just a game?" And now cop here 7. "I'm begging you, sis." I mean, I guess they might pull some sort of stunt with the snow. You're right. We should prepare for the worst. Thank you. As long as you can get the materials together, I can make what we need. That's where my stats are highest, after all. Interesting. So she still can craft stuff in this game, at least like contextually. Because remember, that was what she was like a specialty at in ALO with her like race in the game. I think she was a leprechaun, if I'm not mistaken. Just like Liz. If I'm not mistaken, she might have been a different one. But that was a big thing about 7, was she could like craft stuff. I remember. At least contextually. I don't think it was a gameplay mechanic. It's been so long since we played the last song, I feel like. Even though it was probably like a few months ago. Gather the materials. Oh, guys, just stretch my back real quick. Okay. Okay, so we got a couple enemies to defeat. Let's go double check. Defeat Bloody Butcher near the Sea Watchtower. In the abandoned road depths in them. Okay, in the White Frontier. Are not all of them in the DLC area? No, they're not. They're spread out. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Do we have anything near here that we can, like, fast travel to? Oh, no we don't. I guess the cave's probably the closest. We're gonna have to fight those enemy players again. Dialogue option for this DLC. The dialogue options for this DLC do matter. It's the only part of the game where that feature is actually used. Oh, interesting. Did not know that. Oh, let me reload my sidearm. Alright, let's go, fam. Oh, not that way. Yeah, I didn't know that. Thank you for the heads up there. I really appreciate that. Yeah, off stream, I'm currently playing through, God, what was it? What's the damn game? How did I not pick that up? Currently I'm playing through, Digital Devil Saga for the first time. And, why am I fighting these, like, dudes? Y'all handle that. Currently playing through Digital Devil Saga for the first time. And, in it, I did look ahead for, like, some spoiler-free stuff just to make sure I can get the best possible ending. It did note that there are 3 dialogue options where if you don't answer them right, you won't get certain stuff in the sequel. So after I beat the first game, I'm of course going right into the second one. And I obviously want the best case scenario for the second game, especially the story aspect of it, so I had to go ahead and like save a copy of like a screenshot of what the extra stuff is. Yeah, we never went in here, chat. Never have been here either. Always a treasure chest right behind these. Man, I love Fuka. Dude, she be wetting these people up, boy, with her grenade launchers. Yeah, we've never been here. I'm halfway tempted to take a detour and just go in here. Oh, it won't let us right now. Interesting. Yeah, it actually won't let us go in here right now. Funny enough. To be continued then, I guess. It was in the abandoned road depths? Oh, it's like right there. The dungeon doesn't unlock until your bounty rating reaches a special amount, or a specific amount. Interesting. So in order to get everything, you do have to play it twice. I think it's 7.5 million. I don't think we're too far from there. I think we're at like 6 something million. I actually don't think we're too far from there. Thank you for the gravity well, Fuka. Now we can just wail on homie. And he was slight work. But of course, this boss was fought so early. Interesting, yeah, so we'll have to raise our bounty and check that out. Sea Watchtower. I didn't even know there was a sea over there. Oh, and that's just to get to the next area. White Frontier. Is it in it? No, it's behind it. It's in that forest area. That's where it is. In order to get everything, you do have to play it twice. That's so interesting, like... Because, you know, like, obviously, like, for the main story, we had to get the bad ending to then get the true ending. But then we accidentally ended up getting the bad ending. And then the second bad ending, the other bad ending. We got the one for Kureha and the one for Zaliska. And then we got the good ending, the true ending. Just had to go through that 3 times. Let's say cut that out. So, story-wise, without, like, obviously, like, spoiling, like, story details, you can just let me know, like, yes or no. Does that change the, does the dialogue options change anything story-wise for the DLC, or do you still get to the same DLC ending? Did we take out everything there? We're being targeted. Who's shooting at us? Bro, where are the bullets coming from? Well, I heard something die. Oh, okay. Also didn't realize we were in, like, battle music. Story stays the same, it just changes the missions you get. I get what you're saying. Yeah, because I saw here the name of this mission was something like... Easy? And I remember before we did one that was said, yeah, easy or hard. I was about to say, I remember the last time we did one, it said hard. I see here, this one said easy. Which is interesting, because I didn't realize I did like a dialogue choice that switched it up like that, funny enough. But that's good to know that, like, we'll still at least get to the same singular ending, though. So that is good to know. That's the most important thing. It's just knowing, like, whatever we choose, we'll still get to the same destination. into the deep freeze. Because I do think that in Digital Devil Saga, we're going to get to the same ending point. Let's actually take 7 because obviously we want to raise her affinity. Yeah, replace Kureha for right now. 7's the only one now that we need to level up their affinity, right? Yeah, so it's kind of like a free for all. We can take whoever out there. We'll just stick with Lyn and the crew. Why not? Well, obviously this is the closest to there, so we'll go there. Yeah, I think Digital Devil Saga has the same ending to set you into the second game. It's just those answer choices you have to make will help you figure out to what you're going to get in the second game or whatnot. I want the best option for it. Yeah, with the stuff I've going on in the bad like week and stuff, I actually didn't get to play Digital Devil Saga last week, so I'm like dying like to get back in there and play. Actually, I haven't even like, dude, all month I collect 3DS games and play them, by the way, Hiroshima. And chat knows the current 3DS game I've been playing through is Pokemon X. First time checking it out. I actually, I don't think I've played Pokemon X at all this month, unfortunately. I don't think I've gotten to. But I told y'all, I had the autism shutdown. The autistic shutdown that put me like basically like MIA for that brief period like a few weeks ago. But when I was doing that, I told y'all all I did was I would work, and as soon as I'd get off work, dude, I would go straight back to bed and play Digital Devil Saga until like I went to sleep that night. And I would get up the next day, I would work, and the second I finished like getting a certain amount of work done that I wanted to do, we were right back in it. I literally couldn't do anything else. Wet these dudes up. No, I didn't have to fight them. I could just go to the location, but hey, why not while we were here? Where is this big MF at? I hear him. I hear him like stomping around. There he is. I'll take him out when I pick up these drops real quick. Y'all didn't do a good job taking him out. Hold that poison damage, bro. Oh, excuse me, sir. Damn, I didn't realize I was close enough to you for that. More poison coming your way. Damn, the double gravity wells, chat. I wish the gravity well was on stuff other than the grenade launcher and the Gatling gun. Two weapons I will not be using. Bro, who keeps targeting me from over here? Look at that little jackass flying around. Oh, they were not there. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I'm starting to get hungry. Get me like a. I baked some muffins day before yesterday. I'm gonna get me some when I'm done streaming. Y'all know I'm big on sweets. So I gotta have a dessert like every day. Actually baked muffins the other day, and I cooked a bomb ass pizza. If I'm not gonna lie, I made a barbecue like pulled pork like pizza. Bro, it was so freaking good. Chat. I had like some fresh crust I bought from the store. I've never cooked like pizza crust like that, like a fresh crust like that. I've made like pizzas at home before, like all the time, but yeah, it was really freaking good. It's like I unrolled like the crust, cooked it, then put like this sweet and spicy barbecue sauce on it. Some like thick cut cheddar jack cheese, and then some barbecue like pulled pork that I made like the day before in the oven. I made it in the oven just to have it to go in the pizza, and then the leftovers I'm going to have. The leftover pulled pork that I have left, I'm actually going to have on like some loaded fries for the next like couple days. Y'all know I'm a big loaded fries fan, like nachos fan, so it's going to be really good. Ooh, I did get some tortilla chips delivered too, so I could have it on nachos if I wanted instead of loaded fries. Bandai realizes Fatal Bullet's success and decides to expand upon it in Unreal Engine 5. They should make a Fatal Bullet 2. That's what they should do. They should definitely cook up Fatal Bullet 2 should be the next SAO game. Because I know the current SAO game is the first it's the first non-Gameverse game. Let me rephrase that. There's other there's other SAO games outside the Gameverse, like the mobile games. But as far as I'm aware, the SAO game they just released, the most recent one, is, I know it's outside the Gameverse because Last Recollection is the last Gameverse game, at least currently. But then the newest one, it's the like first like non-console Gameverse game, from my understanding. Because SAO versus Excel World, it does fit into the Gameverse storyline. Like, yes, we did skip that one. It's like an optional one you can play. But it does fit into between, like, Lost Song and Hollow Realization. It does take place there. So, speaking of Gatling Gun, the Rank 11 optical one is completely busted. Its stat requirements for holding it are super low. I maxed one out and threw it on a new character and was able to solo a level 275 hardcore co-op mission at level 140. Good God. Dude. Why'd they like make it so like busted? What the hell? Jesus Christ. Yeah, the Gatling gun, so I'll say this. At the end of the third DLC, I was disappointed. Because the first two DLCs, you had phenomenal final bosses. They were fun to play. The third DLC, I was disappointed in the final boss. I didn't really like that behemoth tank and the different versions of it you had to fight. You had to do this, the same boss fight like 3 times. And then you had to go back and like farm it and shit like that. So I didn't like it. We talked about that before on the stream. It was very disappointing. But to beat it, because I was like, okay, we gotta beat it before it gets to like win this defense thing. I need some like tough MFs. So we did take like Straya and Agiel so they could have the Gatling guns, and then we took Fuka so we could have the grenade launcher. And yeah, we were like cooking. Because before I didn't have a team set up where I was taking my like favorite characters, Klein, Sinon and Yuki, and they weren't outputting enough damage. Klein had the rocket launcher, so he was like carrying it, and that's why I said let's pivot to like people that only have Gatling guns and like rocket launchers, so we can really chew this way through, and we got it done. Only problem is they make you stationary. Yeah, because it's like how much they're like shooting output. Yeah, you're stuck in place. You literally become like a turret, basically.
足が雪に取られてうまく動けない。
それにこの猛吹雪。
なるほどね。これがこのエリアのギミックってわけ。
どうするのピトさん。これ
とりあえずもう少し進んでみましょう。
Head to the blizzard. Search around in the blizzard. Interesting. Notice you're not using armor break. Level 4 reduces defenses by 60%. Yeah, I don't have a lot of skills unlocked. I just didn't really know what to invest in. But yeah, I probably do need to grab like a debuff one to just make it easier on me. I will say I do like using poison and increased speed would make things easier. Yeah, I'll swap maybe my roll. Well, I do like to reload. I guess I could put my buffs on the pistol, right, and then just switch my gun back over. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. Because that makes sense, right, Hero? Just asking you because obviously, like, you know more about debuffs are stronger than buffs. I guess, like, I'm thinking about maybe like putting my debuffs on my pistols because I rarely use them. So that way I can just use my debuff and then switch back over to actually engage. What most people do. Okay, well that makes sense. Then when we go back, I'll look at like what debuffs to invest in. Should I just get like the full set? Should I get like decrease attack, decrease defense, decrease movement speed? Like invest in all of them?
敵見っけ。
Because these skills I actually do like a lot. The poison one I could never get rid of. I love any game where you inflict like poison damage. Like I think that's so cool. It's a lot of fun. I love it. And increased movement speed. Gotta keep that on me, bro. I keep that thing on me. It's increased movement speed. But the roll to reload, I do enjoy it, and definitely my little flash step I like a lot. I will say this, chat, I did not expect to go into another area like this. I know we saw this in the distance. It's obviously very critical to the game. Oh, nice, I'm floating. It's very critical to the game's story, clearly, because it's in the load screen, and it's like, you see it from a mile away. But I didn't expect there be another outdoor region like this. That's actually pretty damn cool. Wet homie up over here. Alright, now where's that treasure chest at? Right here in front of me. Grab that. That's the one you get in this DLC. There's one in this DLC called Viral Shot, and it's an all-in-one. Like it's an all-in-one like debuff. Just trying to see if there's anything up here, chat. Oh, I could just ran up this. Okay, of course I could. Okay, apparently not. All that was for nothing. It was just an alternate way down. Well, hey, we wouldn't have known if we didn't look.
Pito, 何か見つかったか?
全然何にも。そっちはどう？
同じくだ。目に入るのは雪。
腹減ったそろそろリアルな
Reduces
ものを
attack
食
and
べないと
defense,
死ぬ
plus it
か
doesn't draw aggro to you like the others do, and it's an AoE. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely like when we go back. I'll look to grab like that one because we have plenty of medals we can cash in for like skill points. I was just holding on to them for like when I needed them. Whenever I need them, I would have them. I didn't want to just go crazy and just get stuff I didn't need and stuff like that. So I only invested in the ones I actually liked using and were using. So
辺りも暗くなってきたし、そろそろ解散した方がいいかな。確か君も約束があるんだよね。
なら明日の朝もう一度集まっ。
オッケー。それじゃあ。
interesting. Okay, so first of all, apparently our character doesn't sleep. But he had time to do a quest earlier, go into this quest in the afternoon, a quest at night. Now he's got a quest in the morning. Yeah, apparently, our player character, he's just up. Apparently, he's just on go. That night, this has been a big turnaround from that Revelations 2 bumbles that we were going through DLC. I am going to go back and update the thumbnail then for the last and the title of the last Revelation stream on YouTube to now say like final part and stuff like that, and change the thumbnail to the final one.
あらおかえりなさいレイちゃん里が
ああ、母さんとはたくさん話してきたからな。それより俺はマスターのことが心配でさ。マスター、大丈夫だったか？俺がいなくて寂しかったよな。
やっぱりレイちゃんを見てると和む。
そうね。
アスナ、なんかなあ、それは幽霊が。
ほら、レイちゃんも来たし行きましょう。ぼやぼやしてると先を。
Party members changed.
どうかしら。
負けられない。
Oh, they're like, stop their regular talking. Asuna, are you sure you don't have to go? I'm 100% sure. Let's go hunt some ghosts. Can't scare me. I guess we'll see who we can have in our party now. We'll adjust accordingly. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take Klein. Let's go ahead and take Yuki.
期待してね。
You know what? We was already rocking with Clarence. By the way, what did we get 7's affinity to? A little bit in there. Let's go with Xenon this time, because we were using Clarence last time.
いいわよ。
So we'll go with our, like, favorites. Okay, that being said, let's check our skill sets, or skills first. So Vital Shot is what we're looking for. Whoa. Toxic Gas 4. Intelligence 199. Okay. I see. Well, I guess we're going to be investing in intelligence. Reward for a quest. Okay, okay. So should I just, should I hold off then on getting the other debuffs, you think? Or you think I should get the other debuffs first? Armor break at least? Okay. How much was armor break? No, that's armor form. Did I pass it? I'm not paying attention. Either way, I wanted to see, like... No, I still haven't got this to, like, where I can get level 3. I could get roll to 2, though. Tracks enemies' attention. I'm good on roll. Right now where it is. It's all I needed. All I'm using it for is just a reload anyway. Okay, yeah, this buffs me. That provides the area. There it is, armor break. I was like, bro, am I missing this somewhere? And yeah, I have enough skill points for it, so go ahead and grab it. Skill sets, and we want to put it on the handgun. I guess replace the roll, because we're not going to be like... we're not using that like we would to be like needing to reload. So here we go, armor break. So we can go ahead and we can start like leveling that up and stuff like that. Don't want to tell you to play with. Want to have we get an optimized build too? I think I'm good on that because I do have like where I could respec. My main thing like is I just go with like, you know, what I want and stuff like that. Thank you for like asking and stuff like that. Like I'm just going to drop everything in int right now because I know I could upgrade my poison. And like I said, I do like running the poison. So I'm just going to go with like that. That's just like, you know, what I was thinking. But thank you like so much for like asking first. I do greatly appreciate like you know, like just suggestions and stuff like that. So thank you. But now it's like, okay, I have a clear goal in mind of what I want. Is I want the poison. Why is it near the entrance and not... Oh, duh, because we gotta unlock the door. Yeah, I was like, why wouldn't we just start the door? I forgot it's because we gotta figure out how to unlock it. Bro, I am hungry, chat. I don't know why I'm so hungry. Apparently the leftover pizza I had was not enough today. Like, yeah, I had like breakfast earlier, but... And I had chips with it too, I just realized, but I've been like... Not only did I work, I was busting my ass getting shit done around the house too. I had to do a lot of like housework. Funny enough, so... No, I've been going like... crazy all day, like getting stuff done. On top of like doing my physical therapy exercises too and stuff like that, you know what I'm talking about. So I still haven't even finished my physical therapy exercises. I gotta do those. Finish them up before I go to bed and stuff. But damn, I'm gonna have to eat before I finish them. I'm not gonna have the energy to. They had to nerf poison twice in the earlier versions of the game because it worked differently and it was too OP. Damn! They had to nerf it twice, so it was still OP after the first nerf. They had to drop it again. I love using it. I think it's cool. Like, I can imagine what must have been like then at the beginning. Because, I mean, like, yeah, it's not like game breaking here. And it's not like busted or whatever. But it is like, it's fun. Like, it's just cool. Like, I don't know. I like it. And again, like, purple's my favorite color. So maybe that's like my tie to it and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool. Like, I like it. I like when I see when it says, like, you've inflicted, like, poison damage and stuff. It's very cool. Oh, she's not reading her lines. So she said, here's where the ghost sightings are. Austin's like, huh? A ghost? I didn't expect the ghost to be dressed like this, though. It's definitely not a player reading. Might have been waiting to ambush us for an easy PK. Oh, it's definitely a player's reading. I missed what she said that. So it's just a player? Keeps getting weirder. Maybe we could teach them a lesson? Even if it's a player... Clear out the players impersonating ghosts. Even if it's a player, that's not the... That's not the outfit I was expecting. Hey, you mind, bro?
毒よ集中攻撃
ヘイトが集まってる。
Now, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's pull the map back up. Okay, yeah, so we just do need to, like, advance back normally through the dungeon. I guess I'll go ahead and reflip this. Okay, or not. I didn't know you could stand on this. I thought you would fall off immediately. Good shit, Klein. Wet and hold me up.
面倒なのがいるわね
Ghost? Eh? Dude, that grenade sent their ass flying. Whoever threw that grenade, that was fucking funny. Interesting, chat. So again, just now theorizing. You know, just cooking and stuff. So the ghost looks like this. And they were using a sword, not a gun. Interesting. I surrender, I surrender. Why are you trying to rack up player kills here? You're terrorizing the people who are actually think there are ghosts in the area. Come on out with her. Are you the only ghost here, or have you seen others? Seen others, two of them. Well, ghosts like people anyway. I don't know if they're the real deal or not. They're around here somewhere. Interesting. Two ghosts. This is getting more exciting by the minute. I wonder which one is real. Austin, worriedly, me too. Well, he said they were ghost-like. They might not actually be ghosts. Either way, we should go find out. Very interesting. Huh. I like the wizard outfits. It's interesting. It had me thinking, but then I remembered, like, oh, wait, they're not actually ghosts, they were saying. I was starting to think, like, could it potentially be, like, some kind of, like, leftover data or something from, like, SAO, like, leaking into the seed or something, because we know, like, about hollows and stuff like that from the prior games and stuff. But what we don't know is we know Sachi is in one of the DLCs. I don't know if it's this one or the last one that we had to play. Which I don't think was an actual DLC. I think it was like an update. But either way, we know Sachi's in the game. And my thinking is, okay, canonically, even in the Gameverse story, Sachi died. We know in the prior game, or prior one of the games, I think it was the first one actually, Kirito gets a moment of closure with Sachi's, help me out, Hollow. So then that has me wondering, like, what's gonna happen when we see Sachi? What's her story in this game? So it's gonna be interesting to see. DLC's amazing. I just finished replaying the whole game last week. Nice. Well, it has me very excited about this. Like, it has me very, very, very excited about this DLC. Like, hearing you say, like, for knowing how many hours, like, you have invested in the game and stuff like that, hearing you, like, having replayed, like, the story so recently, saying that the, Bruh, can we, like, target this dude? I say, I can't see shit, and it's because of my own character's head. Hey! SMG, huh? Yeah, that has me excited. Sorry, like, shit was popping the fuck off there, bro. For a second. Can you not, sir? Bro was trying to walk me down. Dude, that, like, suicide bot had it out for my man Klein. How did we walk past you? Glad we didn't have to activate all these buttons again. Oh shit, I forgot there was a drop there. Quick wetting homies up. I ain't doing much of shit anymore. Him before he throws another grenade. Oh shit, this is where he fought these dudes. I forgot about that. These like turrets. Oh, nice grenade, jackass. Alright, he's dead. They're dead. Great map, unique bosses, cool weapons. The map, like, the last stream that we had, the last Fatal Bullet stream that we had, which was last week, I was talking about, like, I kept saying, like, Chad, I am so amazed in the map. Like, it was so fun, like, just getting to the main map of the DLC, and how, like, layered out it was, where every time you would get to a treasure chest on the map, you could see, like, in the distance, where the next, do we need to flip these again? We do, okay. You could see in the distance where, like, another treasure chest was. So it was just very good, like, from a game design perspective, because it kept guiding you, like... It kept guiding you without, like, holding your hand or anything like that. It was really cool. Alright, where's the, Alright, now we gotta go in here and unlock this stuff. Klein, who are you shooting behind us? Oh shit, that was like one of them, like, exploding ones, wasn't it? What was there? Anything back here? Oh yeah, this thing. Alright, that was all of them, right? Yeah, the map was what, like, impressed me, like, the most, though. I thought it was just really, really, really cool. Oh, shit, I forgot there was, like, these two good dudes. Alright, let me, like, debuff them. So what did I put it on? Oh, I switched back to the other gun. There we go. Oh, don't want to do that. Did y'all kill the other one while I was, like, figuring out my debuff? Yeah, okay, cool. Good shit, team. Didn't mean to step on that immediately. I hope this is the right place. And I don't think it was. Bro, what the fuck? Can't believe he was getting blown up like that. Take this guy out before he throws more grenades. Oh shit. Damn it, I hate when you get stuck like crouching. I was supposed to say, who the fuck did I poison? But apparently there was somebody like staying over there. Chat, I forgot to mention there was one good thing that happened today. I actually got my tattoo appointment set up now for my Nico Robin tattoo, so we'll be getting that pretty soon. In exactly 2 weeks. That was funny being in the cutscene like that. So in exactly 2 weeks, we'll get our Nico Robin tattoo. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, I just realized if we fought this boss, oh yeah, I have the ability to debuff now. If we had to go fight this boss, like the first version of this boss, why would we go back to have to fight like the like OG one? Why couldn't we just come farm this one? You know what I mean? Or I guess it's because we were building contextually. We were getting materials for the cold weather clothes. We would need the stuff for the clothes before we got here, I guess. Do you know how to use weapon arts? Actually, I do. I keep forgetting to use them, though. I see my gauge is full and flashing down there. I keep forgetting about it. That's the thing. Are you kidding me? It's hold and then press? I thought it was press at the same time. Because I do struggle to like get them to go. So I thought I had to keep clicking them at the same time. I didn't know it was hold and then press. Okay, clearly, yeah, we were not supposed to be here. Oh, thank God we can just fast travel here. But yeah, it's funny, like, you saying that, like, no, the issue is, like, I totally keep forgetting, like, it's a mechanic. No joke, that's what it ends up being, Shiro. But I did think you had to press it at the same time. So when I would use it, I would have issues of, like, clicking at the same time, and I'm like, bro, is it my controller? Like, what is going on? Why is the weapon art not working? Like, are the buttons not, like, registering or something like that? But no, I didn't realize, like, it'd be easier, like, to hold it and then press it. That actually makes a lot of sense, since holding it does pull up the menu there for, like, your skills and stuff. Good shit, Klein. Walk on me down. Got this crystal real quick. Did we get the rare item? Where did it drop it? Xenon, I think, dead-ass sniped that like that. Is all this stuff green? Yeah, it is. Okay. No, it's not. I'll let them handle that fight while I, like, go trigger these. Oh, there was one literally right here I could have looked at. Oops. Dude, I'm not even fronting chat. Like, I cannot believe my stomach is growling like this. I have no idea why I'm so freaking hungry. Is that everything? Yeah, I don't know why I thought I saw... I thought I saw another, like, switch up there. Alright, we took out the ghost. Now, yeah, this takes us back to, like, the room here. Where's the other one? It's to... a little side door. Not this one, but I know we can at least, like, get this treasure chest. Thank you. Thank you. Damn, that was kind of cool. I, like, skipped over to, like, step like that. Thank you for the gravity well climb. Hold that poison, homie. Oh shit, they're dual wielding rocket launchers? I was gonna say, Yuki like melted their life bar with her sword. Oh shit, homie, he's still alive. Funny enough. Oh, it's already flipped. Okay, now we have to go over here. Of course, where we already went is now where we have to go. Alright, now we can teleport. Oh, shit. Never forget it because it's a requirement for speedrunning. Oh, the weapon hearts are, really? Damn, that was a cool looking recovery. With how much you've like played the game, do you like speedrun it or anything like that? Can you stop crouching? Stop crouching? Bro. You gotta be kidding me, this other one turned. Oh my god, the other one OTG'd? Took him out. Requirement speedrunning, I know where I get the urge to speedrun everything too. It's from these years of playing Sonic. You a big Sonic fan? What's like your favorite Sonic? I haven't played one in like a long time. But I think it was Sonic Frontiers. I thought it looked pretty cool. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Now, if that's not the one I'm thinking of and that game's actually terrible, like, well, it might be. I haven't played a Sonic game in a minute. I used to play the hell out of both Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Heroes on my PS2. I actually used to play the hell out of both of them. I love those games growing up. They were a blast. I'm wondering if it's Sonic Frontiers is the one I'm thinking of. I do need to get for my 3DS collection the Sega like 3D collection or whatever it's called. And the Sonic Generations, I believe, is the 3DS version. It's really good. I think it's Sonic Generations. There's some specific Sonic game that got like a main console release of the 3DS port of it is slightly different, but it's pretty good reviewed, pretty well loved by the community. So much for Last to Be in Ghost. Yeah, what a shame. Thanks for your help, Green Room. Hey, what's up, Shin? Haven't tried Frontiers yet, but it looks amazing. That's the one with silver in it. Yeah, Frontiers, I think, is the one I'm thinking of that I thought looked like really cool. I thought so. Hope you're doing good, by the way, Shin. Thank you so much for jumping into our Fatal Bullet stream. Actually, before like it gets into the story, I actually want to make sure Frontiers is the one I'm thinking of in my head. Let me figure. No, not Google shopping results. I'm not buying a copy right this second. Yes, Frontiers is the one I was thinking of. I thought this game looked really cool. Oh, I see here. Just looking at like one of the things in it. One of the updates for it when the game was out. So that means it'd be out now if you get it. I see here is a says speed mode update. So it looks like it has like a kind of like a time trial thing in it or something like that. Did my shit on the way yet? Ordered, by the way. Dude, it is taking me forever to get this like stuff I ordered from Crunchyroll. I got like 2 of the things, but like they split my order and like they split my order, and 2 things I got, I swear, in like a day or 2. Like they were fast, bro. But these other ones are taking for absolutely forever to get here from Crunchyroll. Like a couple like hoodies and like some t-shirts and like long sleeves and stuff like that. But yeah, Sonic Frontiers, I thought looked really dope. I had it on my list of like possible games to stream and stuff like that. Now, whenever we'll get to it, I don't know because of the games we have planned in the pipeline and the stuff I really want to get to soon. But it's definitely one I do have like planned. And now that we're done with, actually, dude, this just hit me. Now that we're actually done with Resident Evil Revelations 2 and we are starting Stray, and Stray isn't that long of a game, from what I've heard. I actually need to finish making the overlay for when we play Summon Night Swordcraft Story, so we can jump into it. Because I have the game downloaded and everything. I mean, we're totally. What I mean downloaded? We're totally playing a legit Game Boy Advance cartridge on my GameCube Game Boy player. We're totally playing a 100% legitimate copy of Summon Night Swordcraft Story 1 and 2. But I have to finish making the overlay. Making my Fatal Bullet character look like Kirito and trying to find a design for Asuna. You looking for the Asuna design for your Arphasis then, I'm assuming? That would be my assumption, Shin. Yeah, that's what I was saying. What you think about which like Kirito and Asuna design you think about going for, since they have like such different looks across the games? Not totally different, but you know they do have different ones. Specifically, like, you know, Asuna has like the blue and like ALO and stuff like that.
いや、言ってもらわないと困るんだけどな。各駅が開かないと先に進めないし。
Does she have the
相変わらず仲のいいことで。
ALO? No, GGO, not ALO. I can't remember where she has the damn blue. Is it GGO? Shit, it might be both, honestly. I'm trying to remember, in Dengeki, does she have the blue? I know she's got that badass Hatsune Miku color in Dengeki. God, I haven't played Dengeki in a fucking minute, chat. I'm actually checking real quick because I need to know before we see what Eiji's about to drop on us. Just checking Dengeki, choose your character. Oh, sorry. Choose your Envoy of Hope. Asuna. And then let me just jump to colors real quick. Raise my brightness a little bit so I can see it. Oh, she does actually. Yeah, Asuna's color 11 in the game is definitely a reference to that. It's definitely like her color. Interesting. Whoa. Some of these bonus colors I've never fucking seen. Found in pre-patched PC version, she has these kind of alternate colors? Whoa, chat, before we jump back in here. That's badass. Damn, pre-patched PC version. She has a Lifa reference color, a Saber reference color. Oh no, not Saber. Duh. It'd be Alice. So she has an Alice reference color, and most importantly, a Yuki reference color. That is badass. Damn. That sucks. Those were patched out. But yeah, I always, when I play Asuna, I run color 14 because it's the Hatsune Miku color, and it looks badass on Asuna. Did Kirito have any reference colors? I mean, he had to have at least like fucking one, but let me like see. Dude, what are these? He has like these, see it says pre-patched PC version colors. What? And like one is clearly like a Dante color from Devil May Cry. One's clearly a Attack on Titan color. Damn. These are badass. Actually, yeah, it looks like Kirito does have a reference color. His color 16 for him looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh color. And of course, his color 2 is him when he was in Knights of the Blood Oath. Cool. God, I ain't played Dengeki in forever, chat. Such a great game. Kirito's gear is also in Tales of Arise. Interesting, I didn't know that. Because I know there's a lot of like different across the SAO Gameverse game. There's a bunch of different Bandai crossover gear, like the God Eater 2 ones in Lost Song and stuff like that. I didn't know Kirito's gear was in Tales of Arise, because Tales of Arise actually is on my list of games I want to stream, and I definitely want to stream it sooner rather than later. Like, that's another one that I really want to play, because it and Tales of Berseria, I kind of wanted to be like my first like Tales games. But then before I started Tales of Berseria, they announced Tales of Berseria like remastered or something, and I was like, okay, well then I guess I might as well wait and play the better version of it. But Tales of Arise is definitely on my list to check out. Like, I think it'll be like a lot of fun.
エイジ、お前も GGO に来てたのか。
人を探しに来ただけだ。お前がいると分かっていたら別の時間にしたんだがな。
Now I'm gonna say this, chat. In ordinal scale, I'm not a fan of AG. But his moment that he has in Alicization, I loved. So AG's, he's kind of like a whatever character to me. I could do with or without him. Played the demo for that, and it was very clean. For Tales of Arise, it looks phenomenal. It looks beautiful. Like, I really want to play it. It's definitely on my list. Like I said, I love JRPGs, and it looked like, when I saw it, I was like, this looks like, and I did see other people were saying this in some reviews I was looking at. I did see a lot of reviews say this is a good Tales game for people that it's like their first Tales game. So that kind of got me excited. You liked everything about it. I think it looks sick. I'm really excited, and it kind of has like a definitive version now because it got like its big like final update and stuff like that. So it's definitely like on my list, and a higher up one of like, I really want to play this game a lot.
前に言っちゃったね。
二人とも落ち着けって。喧嘩はやめてくれ。
これはタイプ X？
違うんだよな。俺はマスターのアファシスなんだぜ。な、マスター。
なるほど。なあ、アファシスのマスターさん。
何？
It's also the first time I've ever heard AG's Japanese voice actor. This is just my take on it. The voice actor's voice is a little deep for what I would expect from like AG's character. You know what I mean?
お前には話してない。僕は アファシスのマスターに正直に言う。僕はこの先へ行きたい。行くし、だけどこの隔壁を開くにはまだニュービーの僕が今すぐアファシスを手に入れるのは不可能。この先に探している人がいるかもしれないんだ。
It's interesting.
ありがとう。僕はエイジだ。
いいの？あんまり仲良さそうには見えなかった。
決めるのはリーダーだ。それにエイジが困っていたのは本当みたいだからな。
アファシス、この隔壁の前に立ってくれ。それで開くはずだ。
Yeah, y'all know.
こう
Well,
か
I'll wait till we get to maybe like gameplay.
Anga でも噂は噂、ただのデタラメだってことでしょ。気にしたら負けよ、負け。早く忘れないと。アスナ、大丈夫？全然大丈夫よ。
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna get a cutscene as soon as we cross through the door, aren't we? Okay, cool. Alright, so since we're not going straight into a cutscene, yeah, I can go back to like chatting and stuff like that. Yeah, some of the games I have planned like on my list of games, like I want to stream these, and ones that, well, I've said like the order we're going to stream like the next couple games. Like, yeah, we're going to go Stray into Summon Night Swordcraft Story, and then from that, I'll have to see how I feel. Probably Valkyrian Chronicles. Probably. And just because I do want to play a tactical RPG. Tactical JRPG. But the other game that I'm like really clamoring to play is Rogue Galaxy, the level 5 JRPG, because I love level 5. Big fan of their stuff. Yokai Watch is phenomenal. So fun. Like I said, since I collect 3DS games, absolutely love the Yokai Watch series. It is essential for any 3DS owner. Hey, you cut that out with that rocket launcher, bro. Go ahead and wet homie up real quick. Is there a reason, like, do we need to be up here? I'm gonna say, it doesn't matter, the game wants me to go the other way. I guess not, the door opened anyway, I should have realized, but yeah, Rogue Galaxy is definitely, like, up there on my list. I want to... GG's. I want to, play it, like, yeah, actually, that would probably be what we would play as soon as we finish SAO. Just because if we start Valkyrian Chronicles, I've heard about how long Valkyrian Chronicles is. I don't think we would have it finished by the time we finished SAO, like before we finish SAO, I mean. Why did my poison go there and not target them? Funny enough, Valkyrian Chronicles has a connection to Dengeki because 2 of the characters being in it. Since Dengeki Fighting Climax Ignition was published by Sega, that's why all the stages are not from any of the light novels, but are all like Sega games. And why there's a couple characters from Valkyrian Chronicles and Virtual Fighter in it. It's very, very, very jarring seeing for you to mention that you like Sonic Hero, to see like Kirito and like Asuna possibly fighting on Green Hill Zone. Yuki, move! Man, Yuki's so awesome in that game. She's so fun. But funny enough, my mains are actually none of the SAO characters. That's a game where I can just... It's so fun. I play as, like, literally anybody. But my mains are actually Shauna from Shakugan no Shauna. And everybody who's ever played Dengeki probably just, like, rolled their eyes and said, yeah, I bet, because she's the best character in the game. But y'all know, like me, I don't play by, like, tier list or stuff like that. But it's just funny enough, the character that I enjoy playing is like the top of the tier list. It's really funny. I just play who I enjoy playing, like you should do when you play a fighting game. Don't let tier list determine who you want to play. Let your own opinion determine. That top tier character might not be the one for you, bro. Like, you gotta play what's right for you. And then my other main is Shizuo from Durarara. I just freaking love his animations. I had an SAO event for PSO2. I was there for that when it came to Xbox. Yeah, PSO2, they frequently have like a good bit of collaborations, don't they? Like they're pretty like pretty consistent about it from my understanding. I've never played PSO2. I've seen a lot of ads for their new like event or collaboration they have going on for like the new year. I wanted to check out Final Fantasy XIV from liking other Final Fantasy games. Now I'm not an MMO person. Hey, you were right. Hold the button and press it was better. I got it to go immediately. Shit, what was I talking about? Oh, I wanted to try Final Fantasy XIV. Door? You need an observation record. So this is the one we need observation record 2 for. Because like I said, we have 1 and 3. Yeah, I wanted to check out Final Fantasy XIV. Like, I'm not an MMO person at all. Outside of fighting games, I really only play like single player games. And that's just like... That's just because like I said, I'm an only child. With being like autistic and stuff, I'm just more comfortable like without those kind of like social situations or stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm a very nervous, anxious person and very private and stuff in general. I know it probably sounds funny from somebody streaming and talking, but you get what I'm saying. So or at least I hope like what I'm trying to say makes sense. Probably doesn't, knowing me. But that being said, I did see that Final Fantasy XIV got an update where you can play the entire story single player. And what made me interested to actually check it out, though, was also I saw they had a collaboration with Yokai Watch, where in Final Fantasy XIV you could catch and get like the yokais and stuff. I thought that was like so cool and stuff like that, and like crazy. No joke how much people spend on cosmetics for that game. It's $10 for a 10 pull on an outfit gacha. I've never heard of the words an outfit gacha. That's crazy. But dude, like, I know like people do go nuts for some PSO, so I can believe it. Because like if it's profitable, like these game companies, like dude, they'll charge and stuff like that. Like, There's a big conversation about 2KXO, the League of Legends fighting game, about how like the developers gravely underestimated how cheap fighting games players are versus the like bukus of money they rake in on like League of Legends cosmetics, I guess. You gotta forgive me, I've never played like League of Legends, so I don't know. But they gravely underestimated how frugal and cheap the FGC is, so they charge $40 for an outfit, for a skin, which is crazy. And like you could get $40 for one, or a 3-pack was $100, which is just like ludicrous. They did the same thing with Multiverses too, the Warner Brothers Super Smash Brothers style game. The cosmetics in it were just outrageously priced. Phantasy Star is wow. Okay, let me try reading that again. Phantasy Star is actually a very old series. The first game was on the Dreamcast. I think I might be wrong here, but I think yes, the first Phantasy Star Online was on the Dreamcast, because people don't know the Dreamcast had DLC online, like all that stuff. Phantasy Star, if I'm not mistaken, is older than that, because I had, or I still have it in there somewhere, the Sega Genesis collection for my PlayStation 2. And I swear on that game, Sega Genesis collection, I'm double checking here, I swear it had like Phantasy Star 1, 2, and 3. No, it had 2, 3, and 4. So Phantasy Star actually goes back to the Phantasy Star actually goes back to the Genesis, which is crazy. So it's even older. I'm trying to see when's. Yeah, I'm looking right here. Phantasy Star 1 released for actually something even older than the Genesis, the Master System. Dude, I ain't heard the Master System in forever, because I keep forgetting there was something ever before the Genesis. Yeah, the Master System was a third-generation console released alongside competing NES. So right here for the Master System, released in '87, Phantasy Star 1. How crazy. So yeah, that's how like way far back it goes. And yeah, Phantasy Star 2, 3, and 4 I played a little bit of on the Sega Genesis collection. I will say this, I never beat them, so I can't tell you how good they are. But they were entertaining. They kept my attention. It's just on the Sega Genesis collection, I will say this. They were competing with Virtua Fighter 2, which the home version of Virtua Fighter 2 is nothing to write home about, but it's still fun to play. Sorry, the Genesis version of Virtua Fighter 2 is nothing to write home about. There's nothing wrong with the Dreamcast version of it. Or Sega Saturn version of it, I mean. But it was competing with that. Sonic, like 1 and 2 was on there. Shinobi was on there. So yeah, there were some good games that was keeping my attention. Unfortunately, a little bit more than Phantasy Star 2, 3, and 4 was. But it is pretty cool to think of. You could get a PlayStation 2 game that had like 35 games on it, you know what I mean? And like at least 3 of them, because I can't remember every game on there, were JRPGs. When you know how long JRPGs are, especially back in the day, like when they would make games so long, they would inflate playtimes in like certain ways, but games tend to be like super long back then and stuff like that. So it's pretty crazy to think like Phantasy Star went way, like, it's a long series. That might be 87, might be older than Sonic. Now I might be wrong there. I don't know when the first Sonic game was, but 87, like, I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of Sonic as like a 90s character, like very, very, very early 90s character. But 87, like, Phantasy Star may be older than Sonic. Are you sure the person you're looking for is here, AG? We're pretty deep inside the dungeon now.
わからない。僕は状況証拠から推測しただけだ。ただ、 この付近にいる可能性
Is he taller than Kirito in ordinal scale? I don't remember that.
探し続ければ必ず
I thought they were like the same height. I don't know, maybe his avatar got on like platform shoes or something.
結局幽霊は関係なかったみたいね。
First Sonic game was in 91? Damn, so Phantasy Star is older than Sonic. Wow. That's crazy. Because I know there's some people out there that think like Sega must have started with Sonic. Like people, I think they just like keep those together. That's crazy. Oh man, chat. So we're about to see like, well, probably not like right now, but hopefully over the course of the story, we'll see if my theory is right. Is this her hollow?
あのごめんなさい。驚かせ
Now
るつもりは
Kirito
な
should
かった。
fucking faint here. Being realistic, you know, regardless of us having. Now remember the way these games are played out for the Gameverse. We talked about this before. You have to remember, chat. The assumption is, or the implication, not the assumption. The implication is that as you're going through every event in every game, it's Kirito's party is all there, unless contextually they're not. So, for example, like in this scene, we know everyone isn't here. Like Liz and Silica are not here. They're doing whatever. We know like the party that we have is the party that is here for this right now. So that being said, and we also know that all the events that take place in the Gameverse games, including the side story stuff, is canon for what progresses in the Gameverse. So that means not just we, the player, like had Kirito see the event with Sachi's Hollow in Re-Hollow Fragment. That means that actually happened for Kirito. Contextually. And for the story, for its progression. So, even though Kirito knows Sachi's dead, and he had the moment with her hollow, he should still, and like, got like the closure and stuff, like from her hollow and stuff like that. He should fucking faint here. Like, let's just be real. Because even if he knows, like, he spoke to her hollow previously, what the fuck would her hollow be doing in GGO? You know what I mean? So he should like faint here, like, so we'll see. It's insane to me that two characters have talked already and not him. And this isn't the right expression for him, in my opinion. I think like his jaw would be on the ground.
いや違う
No. I was about to say, but wait, what about Eiji's friend? But then I was like, no. Eiji's friend, they got her to be like an AI and stuff like that. So like, and we know from like ordinal scale and shit. But I'm getting ahead of myself there because that's ordinal scale takes place after, well after the Gameverse separation. So yeah, for Kirito and Eiji to run into each other here, I forgot, like, the events of Ordinal Scale wouldn't have happened and stuff like that. Because we're on a different timeline, from branching from the fight with Heathcliff. So, Eiji could be here looking for his friend. Because remember, she died in SAO. And here we are with someone who died in SAO.
Sachi だろ。その顔、その声、間違いない。
どうして私の名前を
Good time for the trophy to pop there. Because like if the trophy popped like right when the scene started, you wouldn't have seen her because she was behind Asuna.
サチ、俺だ、キリトだよ。
Also, I just realized Eiji's outfit doesn't have like that bottom like cape part like we've seen it has when you go to like craft some items from Asuna. It's just like it doesn't have that part. It's very interesting.
知らない。私、あなたのことなんて。
くそ、またなのか。
So there, that reaction from Kirito right there, no, not again. That's him reacting to thinking again from the first game, when he's in the hollow area, he sees Sachi's hollow at first. He thinks it's Sachi, then realizes like it's not her and stuff like that. It's the copy of her brain scan.
キリト君、解析の結果が出ました。サチさんはデータ的には NPC として扱われている
Obviously,
みたいです。
because the real one is dead. But that doesn't tell us if it's her hollow data. And it's clearly not, if it is, it's not the same quote-unquote hollow that he ran into in SAO. But SAO was like, you know, deleted and shit like that, even in the gameverse. But clearly somehow we'll find out Sachi's data has been, her hollow's data has been preserved.
ただ、中におかしなブラックボックスがあって、ただの NPC ではないようです。詳しく。
キリト、お前は彼女
I cannot get over how tall Eiji is.
正確には生きていた頃のサチをだ。
Also, I've been waiting on my Crunchyroll delivery. My Red Dragon, Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend cards I ordered need to be delivered. I'm waiting like forever for them, and a couple Pokemon cards I ordered them from like TCG Player, and it's taking them forever to get here.
だからあのサチは本物じゃない。多分何かの残留思念のようなものだと思う。
なるほどね。
ねえ、キリト君、もし辛いなら。
At least I think it was Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Now I don't even remember what fucking card it was I bought. It was 2 Red Dragon Archfiends. You've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh for 12 years. I grew up watching the anime and stuff like that, and over the past couple years I've been re-watching the anime and stuff like that, and once I've seen so many different animes now, probably like hundreds. It's funny, whenever I finish an anime, I add it to like this list with the date of when I finished it. And I was watching Arc 5, or not Arc 5, sorry. I was watching 5Ds, and I got to where I ran out of English episodes. So I was watching them in Japanese, and I just got tired of pulling it up in Japanese. I was like, you know what, I'll come back to this, I'll finish it later. Long story short, I didn't end up coming back to it for a long ass time. But what got me back into like rewatching the anime was on the Roku. There's a 24/7 Yu-Gi-Oh channel, so I'll have that on like when I'm working or when I'm exercising. Fuck, bro, I'll cut it on when I take naps and shit. Just because like Yu-Gi-Oh GX is so comforting to me. And while it was on, like I like just kept like catching like 5Ds, and I was like, yeah, I gotta go back and finish 5Ds. I gotta see the end of it. So since I finished 5Ds, I finished Zexal, I finished Arc 5 like last week. I just watched Dark Side of Dual Dimensions or whatever it's called. Because I know you need to see it before you watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, so I'll start Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains probably this week and stuff. But what actually got me building my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck, this is my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck I'm building, is when the new Red Dragon Archfiend cards were announced at the end of last year, and when I saw the Crimson King and I saw Red Dragon Archfiend doing Jack Atlas's 2 poses, I like retweeted it with like a gif of Jack Atlas, and I said like, is this what's finally going to get me to build to like, is this what's finally going to like get me to like start making or get into Yu-Gi-Oh. And it was because like I love I absolutely love Jack Atlas. He's one of my favorite characters. Red Dragon Archfiend's one of my favorite cards. Archfiends were always my favorite archetypes. Now, I'd never played the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. I collected some growing up, but I would play a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh video games. And Archfiends were always my favorite cards. Shout out to Archfiend Emperor, first King of Horror. My main man is like my favorite card. So Red Dragon Archfiend just being an extension of Archfiends. I've always loved them, and Jack Atlas and Master Faster has always been my guy. So seeing him get new support, as soon as I saw the Crimson King, that artwork, I was like, yeah, I'm totally like, I want to get that card. But then when I saw people say like, oh, like the Jack Atlas like structure deck is really good in and of itself, and you can just supplement these cards into it. So I was like, oh, well then I'll just do that. Once I saw the structure deck, even though it came out like 2-3 years ago, I got 2 of the structure decks for like $14-15 each. So I got 2 of the structure decks, and I just looked up what other Red Dragon, Archfiend, and Jack Atlas cards there were, and whichever ones weren't in the structure deck, I've just been picking them up slowly, and I have Red Nova Dragon outer sleeves. I'm waiting for my inner sleeves to be delivered with that Ethernet cable I'm waiting on, and my deck box, so I can actually start putting them together. But yeah, I'm really excited for when Blazing Dominion comes out. I'm going to go to my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Pre-release event, so I can get the cards like early and like trade with some people there, and hopefully get, you know, the Crimson King, the new Resonator, the new Red Dragon Archfiend, like magic card, trap card that's in the set, and Hypernova Dragon, all the cards are working with it. Fiend Peace Golem and Power Vice Dragon. I want to get at least one of each to like put in my deck, and it's the same thing with like fighting games and stuff like that, and anything else. Like I'm not having like this super optimal like meta deck or anything like that. No, I'm just putting it together just because like there's a trading card shop literally 5 minutes from my house. They have Yu-Gi-Oh events 4 days out of the week. Even if it's not one of the 4 tournament days, there's people there playing Yu-Gi-Oh all the time. I go there to get my Pokemon cards because I've been collecting Pokemon cards like my whole life. So I know, and that's actually where my local FGC is. That's where they play like fighting games every Monday. So I just thought like, hey, I'm planning on going there to play fighting games anyway. Why don't I build this Yu-Gi-Oh deck? I can take both my controller and my Yu-Gi-Oh deck in my bag, and just, you know, meet some friends and like you know, get out of my comfort zone a little bit, because like I said, I am a very private, very shy person and stuff like that, but I think that'd be a lot of fun. So shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh's team for making with Blazing Dominion the new Red Dragon Archfiend support, because it got me invested into building my first deck. And yeah, like I said, the deck's not super optimal. Like I don't have like 3 of like the same card, like certain cards or stuff like that. Like I just have like every version of Red Dragon Archfiend will be like in my extra deck, plus Crimson Blader, and then that'll fill up my extra deck. And then like my deck's just built up of like Resonators and different like monsters that Jack used or are directly related to Jack Atlas, like Red Nova, Red Familiar, for example. He didn't use those cards, but they're related to him thematically, and they support Red Dragon Archfiend and stuff. And then all my spell and traps are related to that, to either support Red Dragon Archfiend or Resonators, stuff like that. So I just thought it'd be like fun and have like a cool like little theme deck. Let me get to like step in the shoes of like my guy, the Master Faster. I thought it'd be pretty cool, and go from there. Like maybe it'll get me to build like a second deck or something like that. Like maybe a Cyber Dragon deck or a Elemental Hero deck. Like, you know, other ones that like I like and stuff like that. Predaplant, like different stuff. Fright Fur, like different cool stuff like that. That's just like fun and exciting. You know, I'm sure like those aren't like meta or stuff like that, but I just want to have fun playing and like hopefully make meet some new friends and stuff like that. And yeah, Kaiba like came up like, dude, it wasn't just time travel he came up with. He came up with like, well, yeah, I guess it was time travel. I was about to say it was like dimensional travel because he like kind of went to a parallel world, but he kind of didn't do that. It was like the villain was like manipulating, like pulling them. The villain was kind of pulling like another world into their world. Yeah, Kaiba. Yeah. It was like time travel. What he did just because like he had to go back and like to duel the Pharaoh and Kaiba, dude, my man. Just because you go back doesn't mean now you're going to be able to beat him. You know what I mean? That's what I kept thinking is like at the end of that movie, when it shows him like in Egypt going up to the Pharaoh, I was just thinking like, but bro, like what if you lose? Like, it's just funny to think about like, but what if you lose? Like kind of like, it wasn't a guarantee that he'd win just because he was able to go back. Now I only know I don't know a lot of a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes that aren't used in the animes up to the first 5 animes. Like I said, I haven't started Yu-Gi-Oh Brains yet. But that being said, what kind of like archetypes do you like, Hero? And even if it's ones not used in the animes, like you can still say them. I may or may not have heard of them and stuff like that. But because I really like, I thought like I made a joke where I said someone at Konami must have, somebody at Konami must have said like, we need his money because they put like all these archetypes I like except like one in Blazing Dominion. Like it was crazy. Like let me see real quick like what all the archetypes were that was in it. I know Cyber Dragon wasn't in it. And I was like, literally if they threw Cyber Dragon in here, they would be like, fuck it, here's every archetype you like. I think Cyber Dragon, like Frightfur's missing. Because let me see what's in it is Archfiend. Now not just like Red Dragon Archfiend, Archfiends get support in it. Elemental Heroes, Borlo Dragon, Junk, because I like Yusei a lot too. Predaplant, Resonator, like I said. Yeah, so there's like a bunch of like cool like it was just funny that they said like, what if we took like all these archetypes he likes and just threw them into one thing, threw them into the same pack. It was very funny. Cause yeah, I like Predaplant, Borlo Dragon. Like I think they're really cool too. Elemental Hero, of course, I love. You like everything? Yeah, I get that. Like, there's so many cool ones. Like, there's so many cool archetypes. Like, I love them too. Would it be possible for the Seed Nexus to use her leftover data to create this ghostly version of her? Would it?
SAO のキャッシュがそのままこっちへ流入してくることはないだろうけど、でも彼女には本物との SAO の幸をもとに生まれた可能性は高いと思う。
そうね。完全にありえないこととは言い切れない。
となると、もっと情報が欲しいですね。サツさんの。
And y'all are also acknowledging like they're also acknowledging that her name is Sachi. Because remember, Yui said like, oh, she's coded like an NPC, so Yui can see like some of her data. If her name wasn't Sachi, Yui would have said like, no, it says this, and she wouldn't have responded to that when Kirito called her that. So like, don't sell it short, Zaliska, by saying like she's clearly modeled after her, or Kirito, whoever said like she's modeled after her. She's not modeled after her. She's like behaving and responding to that too. Like, you know what I mean?
他のプレイヤーに攻撃されることもあるかもしれないし、そうしましょう、キリト君。
わかった。じゃあひとまずこのままクエストをクリアして幸を。
You know, you said you hadn't played like the earlier games. You had just played like Fatal Bullet, unless like I totally like just forgot and just made that up. But there's an interesting thing when you start. You might appreciate this knowing this from like the Gameverse story hero and being such a fan of SAO in general, like you said. So you know Sachi, when she dies, Kirito is given that like cube that plays like the audio message from her and stuff like that. Well, where the first game starts is when Kirito fights Heathcliff, and there's an outside breach on SAO that causes a quick like glitch in the system. So when Kirito defeats Heathcliff, the game doesn't end, and then the game starts from there. In your inventory when the game starts, since you play as Kirito in that game, this is the only game, as far as I know, I don't know if in the next games, where you don't create your own character. You can customize how your character looks, but everyone responds to you and talks to you as Kirito, and you appear in cutscenes as Kirito. This one you have your character, and you have Kirito mode where you are Kirito. But in your inventory at the start of the game, you do have that message cube in your inventory. So it's pretty cool, like just a little like Easter egg there. The main focus the past year has been geared towards older generation favorite stuff. It's making them a lot of money. They came out with a new format too, and it's been popping off. Yeah, that's that Genesis format I heard about, where like I think it says like you can't use Link monsters, anything past Link monsters, or can you not use Pendulum too? Something like that. But yeah, that Genesis format, because I know one of my Red Dragon Archfiend cards is banned, and I don't know all the details about all the formats. Like whenever I went to go play, in my deck box, there's plenty of room that I was just going to have like my deck and my no Link or Pendulum. Okay. I was going to have my deck, and I was going to have my side deck. And by deck, I mean my deck and my extra deck. Then my side deck. And I was also going to take with me like a couple of extra cards for like when we're playing like friendly games. If I'm not in a tournament, like, you know, obviously if I'm in a tournament, I'm not going to change what my side deck is. That's illegal and stuff like that. But just playing friendly games, having extra cards if I want to like swap them in and out. Because the Red Dragon Archfiend King of Calamity one, I know he's banned, but in Genesis he has like a point value of 21, so obviously I can have him in my deck in Genesis. So I did know that, that's why I wanted to keep one with me for when they have Genesis tournaments, which they do have at that card store. Or if people want to play in that format, then I could use that one. But I don't know how the formats work, like when I could or couldn't use that card, because I think that's the only card in my deck that is banned, if I'm not mistaken. One of the nerds that have a 15-minute reptile combo that searches 5 draws, 5 that searches 5, draws 5, and ends with 3 floodgates. One of those like super long like turns and stuff like that. Me and B will play the Pokemon TCG. I will make decks for that. Not like any like decks that you can play in events, because it'll use like cards that are like past like the tournament like regulation time period. But just like fun ones I'll put together and based around like different Pokemon that I like, and she likes stuff like that. And yeah, sometimes we'll have like hella long turns of like, all right, now I'll search my deck for like this energy card, and now I need to like recycle these Pokemon out of my like discard back into my deck. Now I shuffle and I need to draw 3 cards. Like, yeah, we've had like super long ones like that too. So I totally get it.
マスター、クレハから連絡だぜ。そろそろ約束。ああ、ごめん。もう一晩過ぎちゃってたか。そうだぜ、マスター。約束を破ったら針1000本の刑にされるんだからな。
Party members changed again. Really, my eyes are itching like this. Hell yeah, they changed. Silica and Liz weren't even in any of these scenes. That's weird, it kicking us back like, it kicking us out of the dungeon like that, and then just throwing different characters there. Like, yeah, I know the party changed immediately, but, like, damn, it changed like that. Oh, cool, we leveled up so we can get, like, some more intelligence towards Poison 4. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll start, wrapping up the stream here just as soon as I like level up and stuff like that, just because one, I am starving. Y'all know I've been starving like an hour and a half, or well, an hour, and we got the stream tomorrow at like lunchtime doing the Kizuna Clash, so obviously I gotta test my teams for that. So I gotta test my Kizuna Clash teams, finish up my physical therapy exercises, so I got like stuff to do before like I go to bed beforehand. But it has been an excellent stream. Had a absolute blast. Really glad that not only Shiro stopped by. Thank you again so much, Shiro, for popping back in. I hope you got your character and your Arphasis looking the way that you liked, and I'm super excited that we got to talk, Hero, about all sorts of things. Seems like me and you, like, we was really like resonating on a bunch of like similar like topics and stuff like that we like. So I hope that not just when we play Fatal Bullet, but I hope you'll be a mainstay in the chat, man. It's a lot of fun. I do not take for granted anybody spending any amount of time stopping by my streams, because there's so much that people can do, and like rightfully so, in the world. So any time that people take to like spend and hang out with like me while we're going on these journeys together, I do not take that for granted and greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much, Shiro. Like, I mean, Hero. Shiro and Hero, I just realized y'all had like the same like names that like rhyme there. That's so funny. Like that y'all were the two that was like popping in the chat, like commenting that it rhymed. So it's funny. I really appreciate that though, Hero. Like, you have no idea. Getting to talk like Naruto and Naruto, SAO, not just Fatal Bullet, but the greater SAO series and stuff like that. Yu-Gi-Oh! There at the end, so that was so funny. Like, when your message popped in, when you said, it's funny when your first message popped in when you said dude with like the extra U's, immediately in my head, I was like, oh, he got triggered when it said Red Dragon Archfiend. I was like, he must play like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or like have some kind of connection to Yu-Gi-Oh! To just hearing like, because I didn't say Yu-Gi-Oh! I said Red Dragon Archfiend. So it's funny, like, I knew, like, when you said that, I was like, all right, something just, like, resonated with him there. Like, it clicked, like, when it hit him there, so. Other friends that stream, I gotta make time for them. Oh, absolutely, like, I totally understand. It was so great talking to you. Definitely see you next time. And I hope, like, as soon as I get, like, the Discord set up, I hope to see you, like, in there and active, because, it seems like you said, like, me and you, like, just easy to connect and talk about, like, a bunch of different stuff that we both shared and, like, liked and interested and stuff like that. So it'd be awesome to see you as a mainstay in the Discord, and I think you'd get along with a lot of the other people that I have that are also been asking for that Discord to be made. So I promise y'all, chat, y'all can hold me to it. I'm going to do everything in my power to get the Discord set up by the end of the month. I'm going to really, like, take time to invest in that and work my best at it, so. But thank y'all so much. Hope y'all have a great rest of your night, everyone. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I'm actually gonna, I'll save here and then I'll like log off and stuff. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I took the time there to say thank you, Hero, for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. I appreciate any follow I can get. Really love the time that we got to like chat and stuff like that. It was a blast. So I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, everyone. I will probably, once I log out while I'm eating, I'm going to go ahead and get the stream uploaded so that way tomorrow after the OPTC stream I can just get it uploaded and stuff like that. So, but hope y'all have a great rest of your night. I'll catch y'all tomorrow for Kizuna Clash. Later, everybody.